So, I would like each and every single one of you all to gather around the table and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these band of misfits, survivors, and more. The tale of the corruption within and that of an everlasting frost. For this be the infamous tale of the Frostmaiden. That being said, previously, our heroes were found in the midst of the arena of the gods. They'd be slowly recovering as they'd answer their question to Mimir, the Norse god of knowledge. However, before leaving, they'd all try to leave the arena of the gods. The heroes would pray to whatever deity they worshipped in hopes of gaining a boon. As they did so, with our heroes receiving their blessings, they'd see the likes of another campaign of individuals, featuring our heroes from the Ascent. The likes of Myra, Amethyst, Zephyr, Spike, Navro, and more. As this would happen, they'd see and notice as one particular Bearkin Valkyrie in Grosroral would notice the statue of her deity was destroyed, and would consult the culprit who seemed to have messed with it previously. This individual known as the Oculi Bloodhunter from the Ascent and Spike. After a bit of confrontation, Grosroral would soon realize that this other woman was not the enemy, but instead an old ally and a warrior friend. Her name not Spike as she claimed, but instead her true name to be Rayla of the Bone Feather Tribe. A tribe of monster slayers worshipping the goddess of the hunt, even. Regardless, they'd promised to protect one another before eventually being separated. And with that journey coming to a close, we look towards opening a new one, featuring several new shadows, as our current heroes would approach finding Oyamanartok and Aegon, but also a couple of other stranger individuals before them. Survivors, listen now. With you understanding the steps needed to be taken in order to stop this corruption, you all march forth, joining the likes of your Bearkin warriors and more. What will you do with this knowledge, and how will you survive in Session 11 and Season 2 of Rime of the Frostmaiden? And with that being said, my fellow adventurers, let us begin with today's session. Alrighty. That said, let me send you guys on over to the village map where you guys are all being found. Oh, goodness. Da-da-da-da-da. Boop. And just gonna throw you guys over here. Boop. Alright. Mark you guys all the way down there. And let me get you guys a little bit of music and all that stuff. But Finn, you still haven't been able to load in?
Yeah, nah.
Try a different browser, maybe.
True. What is a browser? Do I have?
My man's gonna bust out the freaking Microsoft Edge.
Hey, Microsoft Edge isn't that bad, alright?
And I can't associate with you anymore.
I use it for work. I use Chrome, thank you. I'm using Chrome right now. But for work, I use Microsoft.
Oh, man. That said, everybody in chat, post what your favorite web browser is, and if you post the wrong answer, you're banned. I mean, I'm kidding.
Listen to him.
Alright, so that said, let's go into the session. Boop. Give you guys your ambience. That's loud as hell. And explore the corner, the snow ambience. Alright. So, as we pick back up where we left off, we look towards the likes of Anth, Grosroral, Zappi, Pyre, Karas, and Lika. As you, or the likes of you, return back to the igloo that you've known pretty familiar, or you've gotten pretty familiar with at this point. It strangely has seemed to be your only similar thing to a home at this kind of point, as you kind of have just sort of placed yourselves here now. Oh, man. But, as you arrive back to the likes of the igloo, you look over and you find several individuals sitting over by a frozen lake. They seem to be fishing for a bit of food. However, two of them began to look at you, and immediately one of them began to conjure a spell before getting ready to cast something towards you all. Before they hesitate for a moment, and they drop the spell as they recognize who you all are. You see a familiar individual in the Goliath mage and Aegon, the one that you had rescued, and the giant sort of mechanical monster from before, as well as his bearkin sister and Oyamanartok gathering forth. You also see another single individual from afar, but regardless, these two, the more familiar ones, begin to approach first. And as they do, oh boy, Anthem Groswarl, what do you two say, and what do you two do as they make themselves closer?
Hello, old friends.
See as Aegon begins to speak. Yes, hello, but how's it going? And you'll see as he begins to sort of motion over, kind of pointing and shaking to the likes of Pyre, who has been coursed with this strange astral light, similar to the corruption before. You'll see as he has his hand on his sort of spell book, no weapon in sight, but on edge for sure. What happened?
Well, you see, we went into that orb you were talking about, and we definitely came back stronger. And then we got to ask some questions, and we got a little more than just answers, and that's pretty much all of it.
You'll see as you say that, Oyamanartok, without hesitation, just this giant sort of individual who seems to be kind of like a sort of humanoid type of bear, a sort of bearkin individual, begins to just walk over slowly, but just begins to almost sigh and say, I knew I shouldn't have let you all go there. I told you that you shouldn't have gone. It was too dangerous for you all. You were lucky to be alive. And she's just sort of cursing at herself.
We are lucky to be alive. You're not wrong about that. But we figured some stuff out, and it worked out very well. So you don't have to worry about it. It was net positive.
You'll see as Zappy, the sort of the blink dog behind you, just begins to just kind of run underneath your legs, Groswarl, and then just sort of barks, agreeing to the statement. You see, for those of you guys who haven't seen what Zappy looks like, here you go. He is essentially a sort of or darker furred dog with kind of this sort of purple electricity sort of coursing amongst them, and he looks like this. Finn drew this. Well, he is. Cute. And yeah, he's just sort of barking in kind of agreeance. And oh gosh, you guys weren't expecting this, because you'll see as Lika will begin to speak. Yes, I have to do Lika's voice. Dear God, help me. I'm gonna try my best. I am sorry. And
yeah, I mean, it all worked out. We even met a couple of friends, you know?
I hope. I'm so sorry.
Lika became a shonen main character.
I was just like, all right, well, resort to Jin's voice. Alrighty. But that said, do you two say anything else or no?
For now, I think just ready to go to bed and just want to get over all the talks.
Oyamanartok will begin to say and speak. Oh, what the heck? And she will say, looking towards you all, well, I found a couple of individuals upon my travel to the cave. My mission was, interesting to say the least. But I am alive at the very most. If it wasn't for Aegon being sent there, and also another individual that I met on the way here. Two, in fact. That said, I assume that, your mission, or whichever you are seeking in that realm, it went okay? And looking towards you all, as you are, like, you guys are battered to all hell, nearly, like, dying, blood sort of spilled out. It's bad. It's real bad. But, I trust it went, or you found what you sought?
We found answers.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Well, that said, you all seem worse for wear. Here, and again, she kind of just goes into this sort of, mother bear sort of nature. It's kind of taken over. She just says, are you hungry? Do you need a bit of aid? I can see if I can, fix something to heal you and more. I think I have a couple of bandages left.
Right, and also, I have one question. How many days exactly, or how many suns, I suppose, it has been since we last saw?
How many suns? It was 452 suns.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was a joke. And you see, she just begins to sort of crack a smile. I've been sort of working on that one for a while now.
You son of a bitch.
But no, it's been really just of, I believe... Actually, hold on, I gotta make sure I fact-checked this right. I believe it's been only 2 or 3 suns. I believe that's correct. 2 or 3 suns.
So we didn't get too great of a difference, even though we were warned many a time that time works a little different in where we ended up being from that orb.
No, but it felt like forever, what it could seem like, but as time passes in Voden, well, you know the whole thing.
Yeah.
You'll see as Aegon will begin to speak and just saying, they need to figure out a way on how to keep track of this damned thing. Somehow, some way. Trying to see if we can maybe use rune magic or something to help out with that, but...
I had this dream where there was a rock.
I'll kill you. Oh man. Don't you dare, it wasn't canon! It wasn't canon!
No! Yeah, okay. Sorry.
And also, let me give you guys your resources from yesterday. As you all gain 1 of each resource for every person who participated in the fight. And yeah, there you go. Well, that said, here, there's no point of speaking over here in the cold and whatnot. Come, gather. That said, you'll see as Aegon begins to motion back towards the center of the camp. Do you all join?
Yes.
All right. Or actually, I want this one. Yeah. All right. So, as the likes of you all begin to gather forth, you'll see as Oh boy, no, we're gonna save that for later. You'll see as you begin to all motion forward, and as you do, you look over, getting closer and closer, but you see another individual sitting down and sort of patiently waiting for you all to finish. A peculiar looking woman. And as she looks up and notices you all getting closer, well, that said, hey, Orange Flame, can you please introduce yourself and also describe what your character looks like?
Okay, like introduce myself or like Arya?
So you can introduce yourself if you want, and all those sort of things, like you as the player, and then after that you can describe what your character looks like.
Okay, well, hello everyone. I am Orange Flame. You can call me Kiara or Arya, whichever. I go by she, her, hers. And yeah, this is my first campaign in a while, so I'm excited. I'm really nervous though. Anyway, about Arya, she is an Eladrin who typically stays in the autumn season, which is why she is orange. Has a fair like orange-ish skin tone as well as her hair. She's not sure how long she's been here, if I'm being completely honest, but you know, she's got the right clothes for it. She found some things, you know, made some things. She's very handsy. She tends to stay neutral, but she leans towards good, so you know, she likes to help people out, and she's trying to figure out where she's at and as much information as she can get, so yeah.
Heck yeah. And then I'll show off the Hero Forge art. Boop.
I'm just kidding.
There you go. Alright. As that happens, Arya, you watch as the other individuals that you have been conversing with before, Aegon and Oyama Nartok, Aegon being the Goliath and Oyama Nartok being the Bearkin warrior. As they approach, I assume that you kind of stand, but is there anything any of you do, or anything that you would like to say or do yourself, Arya?
I think that Arya, like, can they hear me across this? Like, I don't know how big this little lake or whatever you want to call it is.
It's not that big. I mean, like, you could kind of just speak normally. They'd probably be able to hear you as they're getting closer.
Okay, so yeah, I'd probably speak, and say, so these are the travelers you told me about. So I'm glad to see that your journey went well.
I suppose you could say that. For the most part.
I mean, you're alive. That's what matters.
Barely.
Oyama Nartok just sort of says underneath her breath, pain in my ass is what they are. She doesn't say it out loud, but she just says it under her breath.
I heard that.
She'll look over towards you and just eye you down. Yes, yes. Immediately, without hesitation, because he doesn't have his sort of owner really anymore, at this point, you'll see as this individual is just going to just bark, immediately surge with a bit of electricity and blink directly over to you, and then just look towards, or sit down and look towards you, just sort of panting.
You're a cute one. I like you.
He's gonna tackle
My name's
you.
Arya. That's fine.
Alright, he immediately just sort of pounces and just starts immediately sort of licking your face and more. No one able to control him at this point because Bjorn's not here. And as it does, it sort of shocks every time with the electricity, but it's nothing like harmful or anything like that.
Yeah, Arya would just pick him up, be like, "Oh, you seem lonely," and just, you know, give him some love. If I can.
I guess make an animal handling check. So here's what you do. Double click your token and then look over to the animal handling thing. It's like the second ability.
I see it.
Boom. There you go. 9. So you're able to pick him up and more. He allows you to do that, but it seems to be he's too much of an excitable individual. And he kind of just gets distracted immediately and then just blinks off to the side over here and then over here. and then nearly sort of like falls into the water and then just blinks again.
Oh my God.
He's something else. I don't understand how this one functions. Aegon will look down. Well, here, are any of you hungry or anything?
More tired than hungry, but sure. If you have something at hand, I don't
Seems
mind.
the bearkin is nodding. I believe that she's hungry.
Yeah. Alright, come, gather forth. I'll see where the other one is. I should be inside at the moment. Alright. That said, you guys can get your, or move your tokens to sit wherever you wish, or stand wherever you please. Lika's probably gonna just sort of follow you, Anne. Karos is gonna probably stand off to the side, being a cool kid next to Pyre. Alright, that said... Alright. Is there anything you guys say or do, to one another, in the meantime, while Aegon's going off to do his, or go inside towards the igloo?
Grosvarol goes over to Oya and, like, in a very kind of quiet way, kind of leans in and goes, "That was a very good joke." Gives her a nod, and then that's it.
She cracks a smile at that one. She's like, "Fuck yeah," sort of thing. Got it. She's not the most sociable individual, but she tries her best. She really does. All right. As this is sort of happening, Aegon begins to sort of knock on the door and then begins to sort of enter and whatnot, and just sort of speaks and says, "Yeah, hey, we're going to go eat for a moment. Care to join us?" And as he says this to this individual, he looks towards a taller one, dressed in robes, but also a strange mask upon their face. As Finn, if you would like to introduce your character.
You see inside, he's a bit shocked in a way, but he's just looking over. He's got a bird mask on, plague doctor robes. He's got a symbol of Farika over his neck. He's got a mace. Wait, no, he doesn't have a mace because, yeah, you just see him, and he's big, he's bulky, he's about, I think it was about 6'5". Yeah.
A taller lad. I'm trying to update the art for some reason. It still has the old one. I think this one works. Dope. Alright, and this is what you guys see. Art-wise. Also drawn by Finn. Look at him.
Voila.
Oh, yeah, I see you updated. You added the background. That's so cool. Hell yeah. But there you go. So, and also, because I'm gonna butcher this name over and over again. How do you pronounce it one more time?
It's like with the W, it's Irish version. It's William.
All right. So, gotcha. All right, so Aegon begins to sort of look over towards you. You said you're 6'5", so I'm gonna make your token a little bit bigger to represent that. Fucking looking over here like a Monstar from Space Jam. Here you go. All right, that said, do you join him or do you stay in the igloo?
You'll just see him making some tea at the moment in a nice kind of what is it? Porcelain? Not porcelain. Forgot the material. But nice cups. He'll just nod and come with them.
Alright. As you do, Aegon begins to emerge, and I've been waiting for this interaction. You guys look out, and you're like, the Keeper. That's a weird attire. What the fuck? I didn't know he was dressing in white today. But he doesn't have a top hat. He seems a little more holy. That's strange.
Yeah. And just tiredly turning his head and wondering, like, why is he here? And why the whole change in these things like that makes very little sense, and just pretty much falls to the snow and starts sleeping because that's going too far for right now.
Oh man. That said, Aegon will just sort of speak to the likes of, you know, Pyre, Karas, Lika, Anth, and Groswarl and just say, I ran into this individual after I went looking for my sister. I found them on the way there, and they helped, well, I know you don't like this word, but I'm going to say it anyways. Rescue you. And we were able to get away from the tribe members from afar. Well, he doesn't speak much, but he is definitely capable. That said, you'll see as Aegon will begin to start sort of taking a bit of fish and whatnot, just start, So the way he kind of does it is he makes sure that Oyama Nartok is far away, and he definitely does struggle with this sort of thing. Or Groswarl and sort of, and you kind of knowing the reason why. Well, actually, no, I don't think you do know the reason why. No, I don't think you do. But you see as he's kind of trying to make a little bit of a fire, he's very, very sort of hesitant, sort of almost afraid for some strange reason. Similar to Oyama Nartok from before, when they were dealing with Pyre and all that sort of stuff. But eventually it takes them a lot longer, and they're kind of just sort of struggling with it, just to even sort of cook it, but it takes them like a total of 10 minutes to really even get the fire started, to be honest. But eventually they do so. So, I mean, we have a bit of time. So what happened exactly in the place? I've never been able to actually go there myself.
Well, as I said before, we, did all that, but yeah, we had to work out some extremely weird puzzle that I'm not a fan of at all, and then we just had to battle a champion of a death god, and then we got out. That's pretty much the story.
I see. But if you're fighting a champion of death, and as soon as this begins to happen, everyone make a perception check.
You may need to roll it for me.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh man, you're having an animus issue. Oh no.
I know. It was working yesterday, man.
Bro, I think that divine smite you did yesterday, that took all the power out of Foundry.
Dude, it was a lot more than just one divine smite.
And the 27 damage, I'm had enough of your shit.
Hey, plus the 2 main, I forgot to add the Koranos.
Yeah. So Groswarl with a 9, 10 for Anth, Arya with a 15, William with a 12. William and Arya, you two are the first ones to sort of hear something off in the distance. You hear sort of thumping, kind of like from afar. What are you two doing?
Did you say?
What's your question?
Did you say me?
Yeah,
So-
William and Arya, you two see this, or not see this, but hear this.
I would not be reacting then.
Okie dokie. What about you, Arya?
I'd probably pause. Like, Arya'd probably pause for a minute, and like, she's listening to him talk, but she's trying to figure out where the noise is coming from. And then she might excuse herself to like not really like go all the way out and check it out, but like go in the direction to see if she can see anything.
Gotcha. So, as you begin to do so, you hearing this sort of footsteps kind of coming out from over here, and as you're sort of taking a couple of steps, you begin to almost, or as the sort of footsteps, or what you can maybe assume to be maybe footsteps, begin to grow closer and closer, you begin to almost feel a sort of shift. You feel as the ground begins to shake. As it keeps echoing. As you get closer and closer, you see the shadow of a sort of massive humanoid looking figure in the distance. At this point, you guys are like, huh, what the hell is that? And then you kind of see as a little bit of the weapons and the fish are kind of shaking as you're trying to eat it. What are all of you doing?
William will just turn his head to try and spot wherever it is.
From your perception check with 12 from earlier, you hear it, and it seems to be just sort of emanating from somewhere around this direction. Arya, you're able to actually see the sort of shape of them. They seem to be massive in size.
I wouldn't hear it, but yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wait.
And
Would I like be able to make out like if it's something threatening or not? Like
Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like a giant massive shadow that you're not able to make the shape of, and it's making a loud thumping sounds on its way there. So, you know.
I mean, at that point, I'd probably like, cause Arya, you know, like one of my character flaws is I think everyone's a friend, but at the same time, I'm also like I'm not stupid enough to just be like, oh, a new friend, and then go out and then get killed. Like not like that, but I'd probably tell everyone else. It seems we have company. I believe you all should be prepared. Just something like that. Just like to give them somewhat of a warning, but not like anything super frightening.
Quick question, Sensei. Would I be able to smell it?
Ooh.
Make a perception check again. This is for smell. Oh yeah, you have advantage. Because you're a bear. Alright, so as you begin to sniff about, just trying to get a general idea.
Ooh, yeah, I smell it.
21 to 16. As this begins to happen, you're like, oh wait, no, that's just fish. Also, I see Lulu in the background. That is adorable as shit. I'm sorry. I just looked over and saw Bunny. Oh my gosh. Anywho, as you begin to sort of sniff, you're like, oh no, this is just the fish. And you begin to seek out. It smells like, it's really hard to see, I mean, because it's a 21, but you are far away. It smells like almost iron, maybe steel, metal, that sort of thing. Coming from that direction. And as this occurs, you see, Arya, you're the first one, then those also looking over to the side see as the figure begins to pierce through the sort of fog. And as it happens, you see as they're wielding a massive anchor at their side, dragging it amongst the ground. You can hear it grating against the ice before you will look over and see as they begin to approach. And you're like, wait a second. They're not tall. What the fuck? They're like 3 feet tall. And as they begin to approach, Bang, could you please introduce your character?
Okay. So, it is a 3-foot tall Nautilus suit. And like they have a helmet on currently, but it's like you cover the face and stuff like that. And she's still dragging the anchor behind her, and she stops closer to you guys, takes off her helmet, and says, "Hi, my name is Mochi."
And you see
guys.
And you see this individual here, also drawn by Bang.
Please tell me that's a barbarian. Please.
It's so fucking cute.
Oh my
god.
She's just smiling at you guys with the widest smile ever.
Man, I have to compliment your artwork. That is beautiful.
Right?
Oh my god. And as you begin to just say hello, what do you do, Mochi? And what do the rest of you also do?
I just hold out a hand, but it's like kind of covered with like the suit because it's kind of too big on her. And she's like, "Hi, hey guys, would you guys like to be friends with me?"
At that immediately after seeing Mochi, Arya would be like, "Oh my goodness," and she would just probably like walk up and like give a nice little handshake. Nice to meet you, Mochi. I'm Arya.
She shakes your hand vigorously, says, "Mochi thinks you're very pretty."
Thank you, Mochi.
Bravo. Would you like to be friends with me?
Of course, we're already friends.
Thank you so much.
Sensei, I gotta ask, how much are you willing to roleplay Lika? Because that would, she would be running into that.
Well, see, the thing is, a lot of shit's about to happen, my friend. As this happens, you see as Lika looks towards Zappy, and then looks towards Mochi, and then it's just like almost, you swear, it's about to be a mad dash as if it's the Olympics, goddammit, as they begin to sort of sprint over and begin to see who's faster. Eventually, Zappy sort of blinking before Lika begins to sort of channel the monk speed and sort of approaches towards you. However, as she does, you see she begins to stop for a little bit. And Zappy begins to sort of take ahead. And you see as she looks over and finds a familiar individual approaching, dressed in black, and with a large top hat. And she just stops for a moment. Karas and Pyre also look over in unison as they look over towards the individual. Regardless, while they're doing that, you'll see as Zappy will begin to dash over and just, I'll be honest, he's just gonna tackle you. That's what he does. Mochi, do you let him or do you let this massive sort of blink dog just tackle you?
Of course, but I am made like in an iron suit.
Alright, he does not care. He's gonna try to do it anyways. Alright, you see as he begins to just sort of try to as he tries to jump and pounce onto you, just starts like licking your face and whatnot, and it definitely does sort of shock you, even more so with your sort of axolotl nature. But eventually he just begins to just look around, just looking for the next adventure. And he's like, all right, that was cool, and then just sort of blinks around, just sort of circling around your form over and over again.
I'm in Foundry. Oh my god.
We have made it.
Wait, I have a question, DM. Because you're mentioning someone's coming, right? Somewhere. You didn't say.
Somewhere.
You didn't specify where. Could I use like detect thoughts to like?
Well, you gotta
see
be
if someone's
closer
nearby?
to them to do so.
Okay.
You gotta
okay.
be closer to do
I
so.
wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how far they were. That's why I was asking. Okay, I got you.
Alright, so Groswell and Anth, you guys look over, and I guess it's just a big old fucking family reunion at this point, as you see a massive individual dressed in black robes and a plague doctor's mask, a little bit of a top hat, as he begins to slowly emerge through the snow. And as he does, you see this individual here.
Oh lord.
Oh, goodness. You see as he...
Rosvarl, is looking
go ahead.
between him and the other mask guy, and then that one, and then the mask person, and then that.
And they're doing the exact same.
William would just cock his head to the side.
You'll see as the individual looks towards you, or looks around, and then looks towards you, William, and just cocks his head, almost mimicking you. And then begins to slowly approach, intrigued a little bit.
He's still holding his tea.
Oh yeah,
Can
the
I make an
Nardocs getting the fuck
insight?
out of here.
I'm making insight check.
Sure, make an insight check. That said, Arya and Mochi, you do see this individual slowly approaching the camp.
Ochi thinks that person is weird looking.
I'd have to agree on that one.
Mochi's a little scared.
It's alright. Hold on, let me see
William.
this.
Alright.
William would just hold out the cup of tea towards him.
He'll sort of look towards you with the tea extended, and then just begin to, not saying any, like, no words or anything emanating, but he kind of just sort of does the motion, kind of like a mime of him just sort of laughing and chuckling off to the side, holding his gut and more, and then just begins to actually extend his hand and take the tea from you to try to drink it. But then he puts it up to his beak mask and he's like, oh, well, shit.
You'll see William do similar, he'll be chuckling. Just underneath the robes. And none of you guys will be able to hear this, but he is going to try a mind link.
Oh, shit. Man, you're an actual
You
monster.
came here to put this
Wait.
campaign into chaos?
Wait,
You're an
no,
actual
I-
monster.
Hey, wait, I
It's all-
was wait. I have a question. Okay,
Go
so
for
like
it.
I was thinking because I am a curious person as well as like I want to know what the heck is going on. So I was gonna move closer. Like I don't know how far I can move. How far can I move?
As much as you really want. I mean, he was
Okay, I was
walking
gonna
pretty
move-
slow.
Yeah, because I was gonna move right in front of Anthrax because he's near death, right? So I was like, let me just in case.
My
And so I was like, just in case, so you know what I mean? Like, actually, I was gonna move about here. And like, they're pretty close to me at this point. And so I was thinking, I was like, something's sus here. Like, I may be trusting, but I'm like, why? I'm like, why did my fellow bearkin just move away? Like, everyone else moved away, but this random person I have yet to meet. So I'm just gonna try and see if I can like understand anything. Even though he said mind link, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try.
Make a perception check. The DC's very high though for this one.
I don't care.
That's
still
what we like to
try.
hear.
Okay, hold on.
Is
I'm
the
gonna do a
mom
perception
friend
check, right?
again?
Yeah.
Gosh.
I feel like this is going to be very hard because they both have masks on.
Yeah, on
got
top of that. Yeah.
I got a 17.
So even with a 17, sadly, it's a very, very seamless sort of thing. Like, there isn't really much of any subtle cues to give off of what they're doing, so you're not able to sort of connect dots of anything, really. It is very, very subtle. But, that said, William, you said as you were trying to mind link with this individual known as the Keeper, is that correct?
Yes, because that's the only way I can communicate with him.
Yep. Hey, does MindLink have like a saving throw? Do they get to choose or anything like that?
Let me read it again. Mind link response. No. We have like telepathy between each other for an hour.
Alright. Good God. What do you say to this individual?
He's going to try and ease. So kind of like not just a sudden burst of words, just let his presence be known, and that he's not ill intent.
Well, what exactly do you say though? That's the main thing I need.
Well, are you beast as well?
Say that one more time. I didn't get that.
Are you a beast as well?
Nah. Oh no. You'll see as the individual now, they're speaking within their mind. So that means they don't get to hide behind the voice changer anymore. Which means they get to speak with their actual voice. Oh god, alright, time for the voice mod. Okay, here's what you hear. Ah, goodness gracious.
A priest of the swords. No. Well, kind of. But not really. No, we'll go with that.
Why the clothes, if you don't mind me asking?
Now, that is a question that I might have to answer another time, but a question for another day. That being said, I do need to get to my work and much more. That's actually a neat trick. I didn't expect anybody to try to speak through my mind, but here we are.
Apologies about that. I mean no ill intent by it.
Oh, no. It is a wonderful thing. Don't worry, darling. You're fine. Well, if you don't mind, I just need to get to my work. There's a couple of individuals that need to go reside in a certain plane of mine.
Do you mind if I have my cup back, please?
Sure, how should I go about drinking this? The last time I decided to drink something from a mortal, I ended up getting, well, a little bit, never mind.
I could leave you to private quarters or wherever I understand myself.
Alright, fine. This isn't spiked or anything, right?
No, it's some water from the snow and some tea leaves from herbs.
Make a persuasion check. Oh my god. You did this to him, buddy. You did this to him.
I don't have good persuasion. Where's my persuasion? There we go. 15. Not too
15. Alright, Hobo. He seems that he looks at you and you kind of seem like a nice guy, for the most part.
Don't worry, I will give it back to you for sure. You don't have to worry. Just, and sort of, I owe you. No. Just talk to the tiefling man over there. He'll get you sorted out. But anyways, ta-ta.
And you'll see as he sort of tips his hat and begins to just sort of walk on over, just sort of with the most confident stride you have ever seen in the Keeper. And he walks over to the likes of Karos and Pyre and Groswarl and Anth. You're kind of used to this at this point. But without hesitation, you see as the Keeper just walks over and just taps Karos on the shoulder. Oh wait, hold on. Whoops, the thing isn't updated. There we go. You see as he just taps Karos on the shoulder, points like, "Ooh, what's that?" and then just pushes him into the water. As that happens, you see as he begins to just sort of struggle for a little bit. He's just sort of flailing about, and then immediately Pyre's just like, "Wait, what the fuck?" and then just pushes him also into the water as they begin to just start flailing about. As this happens, you're like, "Oh wait, look at the Keeper doing this thing. Oh shit, they're getting pushed into the water. Oh no. And then you see as he begins just to sort of hold his hand as they begin to just sort of freeze over, before slowly evaporating and turning into nothing but a bit of snow and ice. And then he just begins to just start chuckling to himself.
That was pretty fucking mean even for you.
Yeah, Groswarl looks at him and she's like, "Why are you like this?"
You'll see as he will write in the snow in Celestial. So anybody who can read Celestial, you'll see as it reads, funny.
That is I.
I can actually. I can also. I'm still mind linked with them.
Well, he doesn't say it. He writes it down and just says "funny" in the snow.
He thinks this is funny.
You just.
I mean, yeah, I knew that already.
This is not funny.
You'll see as Lika is going to just start sprinting over and just gonna like claws out, getting ready to try to rush over, just like, hey, that's not nice. And then immediately you'll see as the keeper will just sort of pick Lika up. Not like not like by the neck, like literally just by like the collar and whatnot, in a sort of belittling tone and motion as she's just trying to sort of scratch at him like stop and all that stuff before and just sort of tosses her into the water.
Oh my goodness.
William is not used to this, so he's going to try and catch like
Oh no, alright, make a dexterity check. Oh my god.
dexterity check.
Wait, while this is happening, can I, because I do have, wait, where is it?
Oh shit.
Where did it go? I do have message. Oh, nice. Nat 20, let's go, beautiful. But I do have, message, so I was gonna try and talk to, I didn't ask any names, so I'm just gonna say Bearkin. I was gonna talk to the Bearkin and be like, what exactly is going on? Like, with message, like whisper to her.
To them? Or to the, oh no. Gotcha. Are you talking to, are you talking to Groswaro or
Yes,
Yamanarta?
Groswaro.
Gotcha, okay.
Is that the roll for that?
No. Message just happens, so you just hear Arya's voice begins to appear into your mind telepathically.
What exactly is going on here? Is this a foe? You don't know?
He shows up and he takes people, but he brings them back, but he's a jerk about it. I don't know. I don't like him. I want to kick his ass, but like he always disappears. I don't know.
Oh.
This guy is a douchebag.
All right. I see. Thank you.
And doesn't Crossroll say that out loud as she receives the
Nah,
message?
well, actually, yeah, I don't know. Do you just speak out loud when you're
That's
saying
out
this,
of
or
the
do you
blue?
just try to speak in your mind?
I feel like if this had been before the Arena of the Gods, she would have said it out loud, but she kind of, she knows that it's in her head, so she says it all back mentally.
Okay.
Unfortunately, for comedy's sake.
Oh man. But as this happens, as Lika is getting ready to get straight up yeeted into the water, William, you're able to, like with cat-like reflexes, you're able to catch her before she plummets directly into the water. He'll look over, or you'll see as the individual looks towards you, and just like has a sort of motion face. Well, you can't really see his face, but his body language just is like, hey, what the fuck, man?
You killing them.
He'll shake his head no.
They froze over.
Can I hear it from the other side of this pond? What he said?
Nah, this is mind link.
Oh yeah, right. Never mind.
I hear what?
Oh yeah, this is mind link, so I can't speak.
I'm not killing them, I'm protecting them. Now let me do my work, please.
They're freezing over.
They're freezing over to go to the plane of dreams.
Would William know of this?
Yep.
What this plane of dreams is?
Yes, you're with your race, you would definitely know, as you travel there quite frequently.
My apologies. And he'll hand Leica back, and I think, Leica was saying in chat that she'd scramble on his shoulders.
Gotcha. Alright, as you're trying to sort of, or as you try to sort of, Lika tries to scramble onto the keeper's shoulders, he will just begin to say, or look over and just sort of like, kind of keep her from maybe clawing his face in, and...
Don't worry, they'll be fine and everything. I just do this because this is the best way to keep them from the starry ones and whatnot. If it wasn't for me, then they could be sort of attacked at any point in time. So please let me do my work and don't let them interfere, if you will.
The starry ones.
Yes. You know of them. I'm not going to go further. I know that trick.
And as that happens, you'll see as he is going to take Lika and just snap his fingers, and immediately Lika turns from a 3D Red Panda individual to almost a 2D deflated balloon character, similar to what you saw turn, or what happened to Bjorn not too long ago. And as that happens, you'll see as he will literally straight up just roll her up like literally a paper, and then just throw it into the water. Simple as that.
And it's just in awe looking at this and wondering, like, did he just actually fluently communicate? Like, did they talk? Because that looked like it wasn't just guessing.
I said, as the keeper individual looks over, Mochi, what are you doing right now at the moment as you watch this all play out?
Mochi is watching in fear.
This-
She's just quiet. She doesn't know what to do.
Oh man, and just sort of walking over, or like sort of standing back, you'll see as eventually Zappy sort of joins and whatnot, before the keeper just looks over towards all of you, kind of motions, tips his hat, and you'll see as he will begin to do a couple of squats for a moment, getting a little bit limber, before dolphin diving straight into the water, never to be seen again.
He's gonna reach out for his cup.
Oh man, you try to reach out towards his cup. Make another dexterity check. 17. You see as you try to sort of reach out for it, he's just sort of literally like a mid-dive, stops, just sort of floating there, looks towards your hand, slaps it away, and then just continues plummeting further into the water.
That was me, Maz. Cup.
You'll just hear or you just hear in the background, "I'll return it later."
You stole damage it.
Oh, buddy. Oyama Nartok is just gonna look over towards all of you and just say, "Does this always happen between all the likes of you?"
More often than I would like, but yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure, just I do not understand anything right now,
neither do
but
we.
Anywho, she'll look towards the likes of Mochi and just towering over you will begin to look down and say, "Were you the cause of that noise from afar?"
Mochi like slowly looks up like this. And Mochi says,
Mochi doesn't know what you're talking about. But I'm Mochi.
and she raises her arm to like shakes hand with a tall person.
She will just, before she shakes, she'll just say, "The thumping, the loud noises, were those yours?"
Thumping? I mean, I think Mochi's a little heavy, but I don't know about thumping.
Right. She'll extend a hand and shake it and just say, "I am Oyama Nartok, of this earthen tribe. The others here, they call me, well, a multitude of things. If not that, they'll call me Miss Oya. You may call me either."
Nice to meet you, Miss Oya. I'm Mochi.
Yes, it is a pleasure to meet you, Mochi. Just kind of repeating herself, not understanding how to go with this interaction,
Mochi thinks you're really cool and tall. Mochi's very short. Maybe one day Mochi will be as big as you.
I like this one. You come with me.
Mochi walks with her.
That said, eventually she, now granted, this is over the span of time. You guys are all being basically passed food, different bits of fish and more to the likes of you. So, Anthon, Groz, when you two were gone, you went to the sort of arena. In my time, I went towards the cave of bandits and whatnot, not too far from here. We need to converse about that, but I believe that the danger grows and more.
Oh, great.
Please tell us what happened.
She'll look over towards Olium and say, kind of forgetting but hoping that kind of understands, and just say, will you be able to assist as you did before? Waiting for a response.
He does have a heroic feat, which I think you forgot to add, which was observant.
Observant?
So I have like +5 to my passive perception.
Gotcha. I don't think I can add it this time, but have it off in the background just to refer to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dope. All right. That said, oh, good. All right. Well, might as well take a seat, everyone. This is a little bit of a, not so much of a story, but it's something.
Mochi plops herself down and it just makes a thunk sound.
At this point, Ant would wake up a little like, what the fuck?
Wait, I have a question. Because I don't know. Because Anthrax is near death. Like, can he heal, or should I just heal him? Because I've been thinking about healing him for like the past however long. Like, I was just like, just in case. I just keep eyeing his health. I'm like, buddy, I don't want you to die, man. Like, I'm just looking at him like, you look like you're about to, like, if I just touch you, you're gonna fucking collapse. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I believe we came back to this igloo in the hopes of getting a long rest right away.
Yeah.
We had a little rough patch.
Okay.
You'll just see like a silhouette behind you.
I would just look at you, William, and be like, hello. We're just, I'm just looking at your character, I can't.
Oh,
Anthony.
he'll just like wave a bit.
Anthony, you just see the shadows begin to lengthen behind you and around you.
And as I see and look how he's communicating, I was like, no fucking wonder you could actually get some sense out of the keeper.
If you're saying it directly toward him, then you can understand. But he'll just lay or he'll put one hand on the amulet around his neck, and then just, if you're turned towards him, he'll put his other hand in the middle of your chest, and it's a big hand, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds.
Heck yeah.
Let's go. We got the healing crew.
Oh, I also gotta make you, right now you're Zephyr. Let me change you to William. Oh wait, can you not? Oh, I know why you can't control him. It's because you don't have permission to control him. That's why.
Well, shoot. 17 health, nice.
Configure permissions.
That's a lot. Oh my god.
Oh wait, no, you can. Okay, you're just not as him right now. Using configuration, release character. Oh my gosh, you have so many characters, Finn. Jesus Christ. All right.
Yes, I do now. Yeah.
you're turned into Bimroth. Goodness, but
Bimroth too.
Electric Boogaloo. So, Anth, you gain 17 HP, and as this happens, you feel or watch as all of your wounds, or most of your wounds, begin to slowly close and heal before you.
I wish the one with the black loads gave us this kind of present. Thank you.
He'd nod towards you and get back.
Alright. That said, Anth and Arya, do you guys join the circle?
Yeah. I will move.
Alrighty. Zappy kind of just sort of circles around and then just sort of plops himself down for a brief moment. This is probably the most you've actually seen him just sort of sit still for a bit. Just kind of waiting. As this happens. Oh, also, a thing that I should note. Despite the map showing it, there are no torches lit up on the map anywhere. There is no open flame at all.
Wait,
So-
is there like a just a basic torch that's not lit or no?
I mean,
Like,
it's not even there. Like, you can completely ignore
Okay,
it. There is
okay.
nothing that would ever light a flame here.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. But as they begin to speak, they will say, oh goodness, 1 second. So, as I went to go sort of traverse through the sort of cave and whatnot, I had to go through a forest, traveling the lands and more, but it seemed to be that the cave, from what I could tell, was not as popular as I anticipated it to be. Only several individuals, but I didn't get too far to even go inside. I was not able to sort of do so. As you can probably tell from my form and stature, I'm not the most stealthy. It's not my sort of thing. But as I was looking towards them, trying to hide amongst the sort of bushes and whatnot, their faces, it was strange. It seemed to be their faces were sort of frozen over with like frost. And they had these strange sort of crystals embedded into their arms. I could never forget it. But the one thing that throws me off the most was these crystals. These crystals that I saw, they were similar to the one that your friend had. The mage. The one with the sort of silver hair and more. What was his name?
Oh, you're talking about Thorin.
Yes. I'm sorry, it's been a rough day. My memory is sort of shaky, but I saw him, well, not him, but I saw the same sort of crystals embedded into their arms. But their arms weren't entirely made of them like his. It was just bits and pieces sort of embedded. Aegon will begin to speak and say, "It is very strange. Strange indeed, but I want to know the properties of them. Does anyone know much about Thorin and the nature of his crystals?"
I have no idea. I have no experience with any of that kind.
Can I do like a history check?
Hmm.
I don't know if I could. That's what I'm asking.
I'm not gonna have you really roll. There's no real way you could possibly know about it.
Okay, got it.
Nah, there's not really a way for you to be able to know. I said, Groswell, oh, go ahead, William.
I'm guessing William wouldn't know either. Anyways.
Nah, not really.
And would try to sneak in an idea at this point and just said, oh yeah, earlier did tell us about some small town, some way away from here. Maybe you could find someone there who could help with this.
I mean, that is an option, but I haven't been there in so long, I don't really... I'll be honest with you, this is the most amount of people I've been around in years, so I don't really go to I didn't really go to the village much. Maybe sort of in the outskirts, sort of watching from afar, but that's about all. I don't really know if it's still a thing anymore, but it could be.
I understand.
I mean... And besides, I don't think we have enough time. Remember what we saw before, or what you said before. Your friend was captured by that giant mechanical beast. You went to the arena. We went to try to get sort of information. I don't want to sort of, you know, have a sort of not really hopeful thinking, but do we even know if they're still alive anymore?
Well, I personally haven't been very hopeful about that, as I would imagine. There's, well, at least somebody fairly strong is keeping them, so didn't seem like they wanted our friend to die, at least.
Well, the point I'm trying to make is, though we don't know exactly of their condition or the condition currently, how could we know, or should we even like sort of try to add more time and waste more time going to the village to maybe get even more help? I don't know if it's the necessary thing to do. I mean, I don't know.
Does anyone else have any idea? What do you all want to do here? Do we get some rest and just find out right away what exactly is going on in those caves?
I mean, Ochi thinks you should definitely get some rest because you look a little dead. But
Yeah.
I think afterwards, maybe in the morning.
That sounds like a fine idea.
We can speak of this tomorrow if we all want to. You all do seem, well, you two, seem a little worse for wear. Is that what we wish to do?
I believe that would be best.
Right. Well, very well. That said, you'll see as Oyama Nartok begins to take like one final bite out of her fish before or sort of putting the sort of bones off to the side and whatnot for later. But she stands up and says, well, actually now that I think of it, I'm perfectly fine sort of sleeping out here. I can't really say that much for him. I'll look over towards Aegon, who is just like, I don't want to be rude, but at the same time, it's my fucking bed. You know? It's like, damn it, company's over. What do I do now? That sort of thing. But, there is at least, you can all sort of rest in the igloo if you wish.
Ochi's gonna stay next to Miss Aura and be like,
Ochi's gonna stay out here.
and then puts back on her helmet to keep warm and put like more water inside her helmet a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just like.
And it's funny because someone mentioned in chat, how does Mochi need to like constantly moisturize in the cold, dry climate? Oh, she's in water like constantly. Oh man.
Ochi is stay with you. Ochi doesn't need warmth.
And since Arya hasn't really done anything and she doesn't really need much rest, or if any, to be honest, she'll probably just stay as well.
Very well. Roswell, what do you do?
I go into that igloo and get some rest.
It's been a day. It's been a fucking day.
good night, everyone.
Good night.
Alright, Groswall and Anth begin to head forth. Zappy, you see as he begins to kind of yawn at this point, he'll kind of, blink and kind of skip over and fall over to you guys. He does, it seems to be that everybody, outside, make a perception check real quick.
Of course.
19, goddamn!
That should be a 20, actually.
Yo, Mochi
Oh,
doesn't
I got a
do
nat
anything.
20!
Oh, goddamn!
Let's go!
Alright, so 20. Mochi, you're kind of just sort of fiddling around with the helmet at the moment. And it kind of.
Still trying to figure out how to put water back in.
Yeah.
Put it on the wrong way, you don't see it.
Oh, man.
Backwards.
But William and Arya, you guys see as Zappy begins to just sort of sprint on over. You see as he begins to, something amongst his paw begins to sort of shine this bright orange light. And you see as he begins to just sort of stop. And he tries to sort of bark for a moment. And you see, with your checks, a bit of purple lightning begins to sort of form in his mouth. And he tries to just sort of almost conjure it for a brief moment. And, well, let's see. This is Arcana.
Oh, oops. That's my fault.
No, you're good. You're good. You see as he tries to sort of unleash it, but it just sort of sputters out and nearly just sort of shocks him. He looks a little upset, but.
Wait, was he trying to throw that in the igloo?
He was just trying to sort of shoot it or shoot the lightning blast or something out into the snow somewhere, not necessarily into the igloo or to you guys, just outward somewhere. But it seems to be that it doesn't really work out for him, so he seems a little bit sad. But 2 seconds later, his demeanor completely changes and he's back to being happy and adorable as usual. That said, he sort of drops himself beside both of you, and you guys begin to start resting. For the likes of everyone else outside, what are you all saying and what are you all doing?
I would honestly, after seeing that, I would just look at William and be like we just share a look. We're like, what? What was that? Like, like Ari's just like, that's intriguing.
I'm gonna tap Arya for a second, and it's kind of more like a push because she can't really like, you know.
Hey, Mochi needs help. Can you, put some water behind my helmet?
She turns around, and there's like a hole in her helmet, and she gives you like a pack of water.
I can assist you with that, young one. And I would just like help you. I would just kind of like be smiling while helping you because you're so fucking adorable. Like I just can't like. Arya would just be like, oh my god, this is my child now. Like not like really, but like I just want to protect you. Like you're just a little bean.
Must protect.
Thank you.
Oh man.
You're welcome.
That being said,
And then she gives you like a lid to like close it.
we're just over here like patching you up.
It's a whole thing.
Alright. So, while you guys are doing that, William, what are you doing over here?
I know he's doing his rounds.
William is just finding somewhere over here, kind of far away from the rest, just a fish in hand, still not eaten. He's going to lift up his mask and eat it there.
That being said, as you begin to do so, not revealing your form, eat away, and it's good food, but it's nothing that you're kind of used to from before. Definitely a strange land indeed. Regardless,
He'll just start thinking of recipes for it.
that said, would you like to look at the Soulbound cooking mechanics?
Oh, I would love to.
Yes,
Fuck
please.
yeah. Alright.
There's cooking mechanics.
Yes, I have cooking mechanics and they're sick. And I love them. Alright. So, Actually, Fen, have you even looked at the cooking mechanics before in the Ascent?
Not yet. No.
Hell yeah! All right, everyone,
We've
gather
only
around.
got-
Oh, go ahead.
We've only caught a squirrel, man. A rabbit, I mean.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so, actually, I think it's in the Soulbound chat right now. Also, if any of you guys like send me DMs or whatever during the game, let me know because I won't be able to see it because Discord streamer mode doesn't give me any notifications, and all that stuff. Where is the in-game content chat? So here's basically how this kind of works. So you basically kind of have a list of items that you can make, and you don't necessarily know what they do until you make them and will eat them to sort of identify the effects that you can get. And it's not just, oh, you eat food and that's it. No, you can get like straight up boons, buffs, and other things, and like a lot of crazy sort of things. If you guys look in the in-game content chat, you will see the list of them. Right now, you don't have any recipes sort of like known immediately to you. So the way it works is you just pretty much pick something that sounds cool to make. You make it, and then make sure, where's the mechanics tab? Cooking.
Question.
Wait,
Is
how
it
do I get there?
cannibalism if Mochi eats fish?
No.
Okay, cool.
I mean, technically, there's a lot of axolotl cannibals out there.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yes.
They are
Oh my
not the
God.
brightest and will mistake their own young for food.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Guys.
Wait, Sensei, how do we look?
So it's in the in-game content chat here. I will at you guys, Rime with the Frostmaiden, so you guys can see it. Boop. Look in the Discord.
Thank you. I see.
Okay, so whenever you're trying to craft this thing, they have a DC associated to it. I believe all the DCs are 10. That is the thing that you need to make to actually make the food. However, if you double the DC, so you like roll a 20 or whatever, then you can learn the recipe and you learn the properties of it. So you know how to make it easier and more efficiently as well. Does that make sense?
Roll for these. Yes.
If you've ever played Skyrim, it's kind of like the alchemy system, where you gotta actually eat it and consume it to figure out what it does. And once you do that, then you know how to make it. So we got a D4 inspiration point from chat going to the first chef. Well, I'm assuming.
I wanna do it.
Well, I mean, I was gonna assume that William was gonna cook food or something like that.
True.
But I
'Cause he
mean,
needs to eat.
unless you guys want to, you guys can choose whoever wants to make the food. That's up to you. The check
like
for it
that.
is a, if you have cooking utensils, then you use that. If you don't, then you just make a survival check or a wisdom check.
You'll see him pull out a few knives, the chopping boards.
This guy was prepared.
Now we need just the spirit with a Gordon Ramsay soundboard.
Oh shoot, do I have it? I need this. Hold on. No. I was ready. Hold on. I almost forgot. Don't let me forget. Matt told me about this. So, that said, you guys can look as a group and figure out what you guys want to make. Choice is yours.
Alright, what do you guys want to eat, man?
She's a little uncomfortable with fish.
You're supposed to be
Well,
sleeping.
I'm not.
Shut up, you're asleep.
Mochi's not sleeping. Mochi's just sitting down vibing.
Why a young potato?
Moisturizing.
William would pull out a few herbs that he picked around the place. Is that okay, Sensei? Just to, like, say, yeah, you might have, like, a few herbs.
I'll allow it just for the sake of this, but yeah, this is you using it, for example.
And then get one of the fish that's not cooked so far and kind of start checking on the fish. Maybe. Is caviar the eggs?
Yes.
Yes, so you'll start separating some of the eggs, dissecting the fish, taking out all of the bad parts, I'm not a cook. Chopping off the head and just seeing what he can create.
All right. So, which one or which thing are you trying to make?
I suppose it would be the tuna head. I don't know if there's caviar anywhere.
Oh, I should mention, you guys don't have to have the actual materials to make whatever food. Like, you guys can straight up make steak right now if you wanted. It doesn't matter. You'll see why in a minute.
In which case, spicy fish. So basically, spicy sausage.
Okay.
Spicy fish.
Moshi, did you say something that you didn't want to eat fish?
A little bit.
That said, oh, are you just making it anyways? Like,
Sit out of dinner tonight.
oh man, all
You could
right.
make a
Wait,
potato.
no, there is caviar. Yeah, I'll make caviar
Yes.
as well.
Is it caviar like?
Yeah,
or
Bang, you're just
caviar?
not. Bang, you're just not
Fish
eating.
eggs?
Yeah, you're just not eating.
Yeah. All right, so you're making some trios caviar. You got it. Okay, here's what I need. Oleum, if you are making this, you can add a D4 inspiration die if you want, or you can save it for later. But make a wisdom check, and you're gonna add your proficiency bonus because cooking utensils.
Okay, so wisdom check and proficiency bonus. What's my proficiency bonus?
2.
Plus 2, so that's a 14. I don't think I can double that, so yeah, I'll just leave it there.
Alrighty, so with a 14, you're able to make enough food for these individuals, and here's what happens. As you're sort of like placing all the ingredients together, as you're getting ready to start sort of, you know, just cook and do your whole thing, you guys see, oh man, dang it, Sammy's not here for this shit. Oh well. You guys see as a spirit begins to manifest right before your eyes. God damn it. And you look over as they seem to be sort of dark in nature, but they have a sort of frying pan at their side and a little chef's cap. And you see this individual right beside you. Drawn by Matt, our chaotic and writer.
Chef Boyard.
And you see as he begins to sort of place the bits of ingredients alongside of you, just being a little helping hand. And as this happens, you see as he begins to place in the pan and just sort of shake it a little bit, add a little bit of spice before magically it begins to appear as caviar for you all to enjoy. You do, oh no, he doesn't have like the Gordon Ramsay sort of thing because he can't speak, but yeah, that's basically what happens. William, do you, or is there anything else you do before serving?
Just gonna pet the spirit for his help.
Alright, yeah, you give him a head pat, and as it does, you see as he begins to turn pink for a moment, and before he begins to slowly dissipate and explode. Roll a D100. 20. Oh no! You see, as he begins to, as you pet him, he turns pink, and then as usual, well, actually, no, this is the first time you've seen it yourself. Finn, this is not the first time you've seen it, but for you, Oleum, it is. You see as he explodes out into a heap of flames. And immediately, Aegon and Oyama and Nartok begin to just sort of back up in fear for a moment before trying to right themselves as the spirit begins to, well, be gone.
William is just going to look at all of them panicked, just like going from one to the next, like, I didn't do it. No, I didn't mean to.
Do we have the head pad emote? Damn it, we don't have it anymore. Unfortunate. Well, that said, do you serve all, or do you serve everybody the food?
A bit like sadly, yes. It just kills to be friends.
Oh man. Alright, so as this happens, who eats the food out of you three?
I guess I'll eat it. I guess.
Loki suddenly remembers something. Out of her backpack, she pulls out a cream puff.
Oh my
tosses
god.
it into her head, into her helmet, and starts eating it.
You're supposed to be asleep. But I would look at.
Hey,
I would look
boss.
at.
Can I go talk to the axolotl?
Oh my god.
You just
that's
hear
so
the faint
cute.
voice of Alika from afar. You
Would I
guys
just,
are gonna
like,
be the
take it
bestest
and
of
eat
fucking
it?
friends.
Does she like cream puffs too?
Yes, she
Oh
loves
my
cream puffs.
God.
She's literally in chat like cream puff gang.
Freaking
She
dead.
just munches on cream puffs.
Oh man.
Loki
So
thinks cream puffs are better.
that said, as you all begin to eat, here is what happens. Or actually, no, I don't think you get to learn. Oh wow, that's actually really good. Holy shit. Huh. All right. We'll have to learn what that is in a moment. I will write that down for you guys to deal with later. And yeah. All right. When you're scavenging for something, just say, "Hey, Key, what happens when we scavenge?" And then just do that. Okay.
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 That said, all right. So you guys eventually eat your sort of dinner and whatnot. Some of you munching on cream puffs. Some of you are eating caviar. Oh yeah, my Nartok. Well, actually, probably Aegon would say this more. So, little one, you wield that anchor and more. And are you a warrior of the sorts?
Mochi doesn't know anything about being a warrior, but my mother gave me this. But, you know. What do you do?
I am what you would call a sorcerer of the sorts. I cast.
Sorcerer? You do magic? That's so cool. Can I see some?
I suppose. And you'll see as he begins to just, here, this is a simple trick. And he will begin to cup his hands together, pulling out a little bit of fleece. And then he says and speaks into your mind, casting a message saying, Is this a cool trick?
Slaps her head. It's like, oh, that's so cool. Do it again.
Okay. He'll just say, again. In your head.
You'll just hear, just like, you're able to use telepathy too.
Oh, you mind
I think
with
this is the
Aegon?
first. Yeah, I think this is the first time he's heard my voice.
He's like, oh, what the fuck? And he just sort of startles for a moment.
And he just stops and kind of like,
oh man, I'm like sure of like what the fuck just happened and all this stuff, and is like looking around for who said that.
he raises his hands like, sorry.
No, I see. I didn't expect you to be able to speak, and he says this out loud. Keep in mind.
It's my only real form of communication. I do apologize if it's intrusive.
Oh no! You are fine. You are fine.
They're talking in their heads, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Aegon is sort of talking out loud.
I'm guessing I know what messages.
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, damn.
Why would you need magic to do it? You can just do it yourself. Why would you ever need to learn that?
Would you not speaking telepathically? to a small one.
At this point, he'll respond telepathically and say, no. Well, kind of. It is more through an arcane nature. I channel the power of, well, my ancestors and giants, and they were able to sort of converse with you or anybody on the receiving end. I believe this is one of the simple magics of the storm giants. I believe so.
Yeah. It's an interesting one, for sure. Thank you. Stop the mind link.
Wait, so Aragon was kind of talking to himself, like just talking by himself?
Yeah, Aegon was literally just sort of talking out loud. He was talking, it looked like he was talking to William, but you never heard William speak.
Okay.
You know?
And Mochi's gonna look at.
Mochi thinks you're a little weird. Why are you talking by yourself?
William here was sort of speaking into my head, similar to what you did a moment ago.
I looked over at William.
Can you do that to me too?
You'll nod and you'll hear. Hello?
Hi, my name is Mochi. It's really nice to meet you.
That's definitely a high-pitched voice if I've ever heard one. Nice to meet you
Should
too.
Mochi have a lower voice?
No.
This is as slow as Mochi can talk.
You are
my.
breakfast one. What race are you?
I think my mom called me an axolotl. I'm kind of like a fish. You know?
And you'll look at the fish that he just cut up. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Mochi thinks it's okay. Survival is first. Oh.
Do you have any
As long as William doesn't cut Mochi up.
No. Would you want anything else for breakfast? Then I can try work something up for everyone.
Cream puffs? Do you know how to make cream puffs?
Cream puffs. I don't know if we have we'll first need milk and sugar. We'll need wheat. Tell you what, we'll find farmland. I'll make you the best cream puffs you've ever had. How about that?
Mochi claps excitedly, but it's more like a clang, 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 clang.
You wouldn't hear the claps.
I'm just looking at this sprite. I'm just looking at this sprite right now, just wondering where the heck it came from. Like, I was like, is anyone else noticing this right now? I was like, as you guys are talking, I was like, Sensei is just, what is this? I think while they're talking, Arya would just like look at them. I figured you were, but Arya would just look at them and tell William like, because she can kind of get. He seems like very shy, just like by his like mannerisms. So I look at him and just say, "You're free to talk whenever you'd like with me, if you like."
You're behind him right now, so he'll turn around.
Real quick before that happens. Mochi, you'll see as oh my god, this is gonna be too adorable. Oh my gosh. All right, you see as this sort of small circular individual with two sort of fins begins to slowly approach and walk over towards you, and they just sort of wrap around and just give you a big ol' hug. And as that happens, they do explode into a random sort of element, but you receive a D4 inspiration die from chat.
That's what I'm talking about.
Bang, roll a D100 for me. So here's how you roll dice and all that stuff. Look at the like little rolls sort of thing.
Yeah.
Look all the way down, you'll see like all the dice.
Yeah. Right.
I am unable to see Mochi, by the way.
Yeah, I got
this.
He's just looking at the explosion, just like, hold on.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Oh my. Big 6. So here's what happens. You see as they explode, it begins to sort of form into a bit of sort of electricity, and that's it. Nothing to harm you. It's just like a little bit of shocks. Kind of like Zappy, but it's more blue.
I don't know what that does.
Yeah. Fuck if I know, but like fuck if you know. So, whatever. But you do feel inspired.
Nice.
William will just look over to you, and you'll hear in your head, I'm sorry, but I'm unable to.
Now, who are you saying that to?
I'm saying it to Arya.
Oh. Arya would just look at you and just nod. That's about it.
I think
Sorry
so.
if it's
Well, this is all
intrusive.
happening. Oh, Fen, were you trying to say something? Sorry about that.
Just sorry if it's intrusive.
It is not intrusive at all.
And Mochi say something real quick. Mochi's gonna grab William's hands and be like, "Talk to me more! Talk to me more!" She walks up.
Oh boy.
Can she read his hand? Can
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if you
You
can.
can reach his hands, Mochi. You're so
She's gonna
small.
try-
He'll lean down, and he's misinterpreting, so he's going to pick you up.
Oh my god.
does he have the strength to do that?
Actually, wait.
Oh yeah, this is a big fucking axolotl. I don't know.
You just drop her in.
I look small, but
Did you hear that fucking thump?
So as you try,
I didn't.
with an 8, you try with all your might, but that armor is something else. Well, while that's happening, you guys can all hear this, but meanwhile, make sure everybody gets their time. Anth and Groswarl, while you both are in the sort of the igloo, are you guys just immediately resting, like literally face first into the pillow, or what are you doing? Are you talking to one another?
Yeah, just walked in. What a fucked up day, and just fell into coma.
Alright. That's well, while that's happening, Oyama Nartok will say, alright, I think that it's probably time for us to rest. We have to figure out what the plans for tomorrow. That said, you are free to rest out here with me, but the choice is yours. And you will look over as just right in front of you, you'll see as Oyama Nartok will shift forms from a simple sort of or a bear to the likes of, or like an actual like sort of bearkin, sort of a humanoid bear, but kind of like human-ish sort of creature, to a full-on polar bear. Shifting onto or into all fours, begins to yawn for a little bit, and then just sort of plops themselves down off to the side.
I have a question. Would she be okay with me just laying next to her, like literally
I was
leaning
gonna
on
ask
her?
that
Like
too.
I would totally, like I would be awake. Like I'm just gonna be keeping watch of everyone because I don't need to sleep. Arya would be like, I want to cuddle that thing. I mean her, not thing, but like the polar bear. like come on now.
You can walk over to her and ask, but that's the choice is yours.
All right, I'm gonna be like, excuse me, friend. Would it be alright if I'm a little ashamed to ask this. Would it be alright if I lay on you? Well, not on you, but just next to you, please?
as Arya's asking that, Mochi's already running over to go.
Just like clank, 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 clank.
And Mochi just
You just hear
snaps
bear
and, like,
noises.
flats down.
Alright. Make a persuasion check, both of you.
Okay.
Doing it.
Oh
Hold on,
Give
man.
me a second.
I believe in myself here.
9. Oh no.
Oh no! Wait, actually,
4.
God.
wait, no, because I get +3.
It added
12.
it already. It already
Damn
added.
it! I didn't know it was a 6. It was upside down for me. I thought it was a 9. I'm so sad. We failed.
That
So
said, you
sad.
look over it as you guys both begin to sort of rush over towards, or Oyama Nartok. You try to lay down amongst her, but you see as she begins to just sort of groan for a little bit and then sort of kind of back away a little bit. Or it's more when she backs away, she sort of flinches for a moment. And you look down where you were trying to lay, and it seemed to be that there is a heavy wound there. It's a large sort of slash.
I wouldn't say anything.
Would William see it by any
What's your
chance?
passive perception again? With the bonus?
19.
Yeah, you probably see it.
Jesus.
I good sight.
Mhm.
I see all.
William would just kneel next to her and kind of offer out a hand just to say he'd help.
That's it. Oh. In a language you don't understand.
What can I tell by her mannerisms?
It's a bear.
It's
Like, is she like defensive or is she
Make an insight check or an animal handling check, your choice.
insight check?
10. I mean,
oh my god.
you talked to her before. I mean, she seemed like a nice individual. Kind of just up to you.
He's going to gently kneel down, and this is quite slow and calm. It's not to scare her or anything. And with one arm on his holy symbol once again, and another placed onto the wound, if she'd so let him, he's going to use a cure wounds.
That's it. As you do, there's no point of rolling and all that stuff. You do see as the, just mark down the spell slot, obviously. But you do see as the wound begins to slowly sort of close for a moment, and the bear looks at you and then just sort of nods.
He'd nod back and
At this point, you'll see as, because at this point it doesn't even matter. You'll see as Aegon will begin to sort of slowly drop down, and you'll see as he begins to get down onto all fours, and his entire form begins to slowly shift and change to a similar form as, well, Oyama Nartok's. And you see as he begins to shift into a big old polar bear right beside
Oh
you.
my god.
Holy shit.
So many polar bears I'm living.
I know.
He kind of resides by himself and kind of
Yes.
does his own thing. All right, I'll mark that down. Boop. All right.
He just sleeps.
William, is there anything else you do as these individuals are going to sleep? Nothing.
oh, pardon?
Is there anything William's doing as they're all going to sleep?
You'll keep on watch for them. for
Oh
their
no, I
first
got
night.
it. Yeah, Arya's got it. She's keeping watch, so you can rest up because you use some spells and stuff too. That's if you want. You don't have to.
If you want
You'll-
to, says Arya.
You'll hear in your head just, I can always stay up if you need company. It's, I
What
don't
happened to
know
Sammy?
this
Oh,
plan.
sure, she got freaking cosmic death. What the fuck happened? She just disconnected entirely.
I've been doing that throughout the entire session.
Oh, okay. She'll join back in a minute.
Don't know these lands too well, but if you want the company, then I'm here for it. Or you can just wake me up when you need to sleep as well.
I appreciate the offer. It's all right. You rest up now.
Thank you. And he's gonna try and get comfy on the snow.
It's not the most comfortable as you guys are all freezing your asses off.
upset me.
Yeah, except Mochi. It's not the easiest of things, I'll tell you that. It really isn't. That said, whoever's keeping watch, you can make a perception check for that sort of thing. But we look towards the likes of these individuals over here. Also, Sammy back?
Yes. Sorry, I'm only on voice right now. My computer is dying.
Okay, it's all good. Alright, that's fine. The overlay's messed up for a bit. Who cares? So, as this is sort of happening, Groswall and Anth, you all resting down and sleeping. Groswall, to you begin to sort of reflect on the sort of events that have sort of happened thus far in this strange, well, land that you call home. For the most part, emerging into this arena of the gods, nearly seeing all of your companions die by the hands of this champion of Erebos. Killing them and slaying them, sure. But then, seeing how afterwards the entire events have left all of your companions sort of changed and altered. You begin to recall of witnessing and returning to the sort of statue of your deity, but we're in that sort of arena of the gods, and eventually conversing with that strange woman and Spike. As you begin to try to ponder, you wonder, why didn't you remember them in the first place? You didn't have amnesia like some of the others. Why did you remember? It kind of makes you sort of think, if you can remember that, what else don't you remember now? Regardless, as you begin to sort of wonder and think, eventually sleep takes you. However, oh goodness, one moment, let me get this out. Let me change the music for this. Anth, as you begin to sort of rest, it's a little bit different. As you begin to eventually have the sleep find you, you begin to recall as well, drifting into or sifting into the state of dreams, you begin to recall and reflect on all the events that have passed in just a short time. Eventually, finding yourself entering this dream state, surrounded by, or you find yourself almost in darkness for a moment, before eventually this sort of blue, strange light begins to slowly seep its way into that same darkness and more. You look around and you see and witness just sort of flying past and more, to the left, to the right, up and above, these strange sort of stars, and even stranger spirits sort of roaming around and traversing. Look about and seem to be dreaming at the moment, but it is a very, very strange area. As you, my friend, enter this place, and this is what you see. Goodness. That said, and as you eventually get to hold of your surroundings, this is where you find yourself at. And you see these sort of strange stars forming. What do you say and what do you do?
Wouldn't say much for now, just try to see if he can move. I suppose he can. And, just look ahead, as it seems like there's a trail that could be followed, and there's nowhere else to go, and head that way.
Alright. As you begin to sort of head that way, stop right there. You begin to witness as a strange sort of blip begins to just sort of form before you. A sort of golden dot, or a circle, a sphere, similar to the likes of the sphere that you saw before when you entered the arena of the gods. And you see as it begins to sort of form in front of you, it just begins to almost pop and cease before immediately emerging again elsewhere, over and over and over. It seems as if they stand before you floating like a spirit, like the other ones that you've seen thus far in this land. Before this strange sort of almost weave, this stringy like substance begins to sort of connect itself towards this orb before it connects itself to another orb off to the side. One green, and then another blue, another pink, another purple, another bluish with more yellowish tints, and then a final red. As you find yourself sort of surrounded by these strange sort of spheres, all connected and more. Make a perception check, Anth. 21. You see as this forms, they all begin to sort of connect, but they all lead upwards to something conjoining all of the strings. And you look with your 21, a spectral hand emerging with each finger, every single thread intertwined. A thread connecting to a bubble or sphere, it's a destiny, maybe even a future, a fate of spirits. You see as the spectral hand begins to emerge, and it looks to be similar to the likings of a purple tiefling's hand. Almost your hand, granted more of with sort of longer sort of nails similar to your heritage compared to the one on the screen, but it seems to be yours but enlarged before it begins to slowly shrink in size once more. As it sort of plays with these sort of threads of fate, these spirits, what do you do?
I think I would try to get an answer from the form that I see in front of me. As I don't think this is just a regular dream. Where am I? To see if I get any kind of answers or feedback to what I'm trying to say in my dream.
Yeah, boy. As you begin to speak, you see as a wolf begins to slowly appear before you. They seem to have this strange sort of, despite this sort of image, they seem to have this reddish glowing eyes as they begin to slowly emerge and just sort of walk around before they begin to approach you and speak in a very, well, actually no, not a familiar voice to you, but you hear this.
Oh, finally you have arrived here.
What do you mean?
Welcome, dear Anth boy. You are in the plane of dreams at the moment. Specifically the portion of the astral sea where all the, well, fates are intertwined and overseen by other deities and more, or other bits of sort of spirits as well.
Okay. That... Well, I suppose that answers my question, but I'm still quite unsure about this.
You'll see as they begin to sing.
Oh, well, most are typically, unsure of themselves here. But, especially the last individual. A lovely individual. Never got to really chat up with him. But he was a tiefling like yourself. Blue in nature, though. Unfortunate. But, he was unsure of himself the first time he arrived here. But don't be so shy. Take a look. Take a see. Take a gander. See what you find.
And as this is kind of happening, you see as this form begins to slowly shift right before your very eyes from that of a wolf and begins to almost manifest into a sort of massive or crow before you. Changing and morphing in size before they begin to just sort of flap around. Granted, they're still sort of circling you and talking if you or ask a question, but that seems to be what they're doing right now. As you see, I have the art for them. For this one. No, not the token art. Boop. You see this. Alright. That said, what do you do, Anth?
Start taking a few steps forward and said, well, I suppose I should take a peek. As this is a place where I haven't been before. At least I don't think so. I'll try to take a closer look at the purple orb or the light.
That said, roll a d6. Oh boy, alright. You begin to peer. I hope everybody's paying attention to this one. You begin to peer and you see an individual. Definitely not familiar in the least bit. But they seem to be sort of sitting by a tree. A dwarven individual. Kind of almost sulking a little bit. They seem sad. They have this sort of growing, bushy, blonde beard, and their form is peculiar, as they seem to have massive sort of shields pretty much everywhere on their person. 2 shields at their side, but a shield on, well, their legs, their knees, and their... Actually, make a perception check. Make a perception check.
Right, and doesn't know.
18. Definitely a strange one. As you see, is not only is there like a sort of pot on his head, but there also seems to be 2 shields on his ass. One for each cheek. But regardless, you see as the individual sort of sits there waiting and just waiting for something. And as the vision begins to sort of fade, you see as 2 cards are sort of placed before you. And you see as the sort of skull in your pocket is kind of just sort of writhing around, trying to sort of say something.
I would then lift the side of my coat and take the skull off, and suppose I will chat.
All right. I'm so sorry.
What's going on?
But you just hear, oh god, I love this voice, but I hate it so much. You hear as the skull begins to speak, and it says,
it's really hard to believe in that thing, you know? Sassy, he's a sad boy.
What'd you say?
I just, you don't need to breathe. What?
I mean, it makes me feel a little bit better, you know?
He sort of coughs up, despite being a skull.
Okay.
It seems to be that you could, maybe alter a little bit of their fate. You see, there are two cards in front of you. One of their past, and the other, well, excuse me, not of their past, more of what is going on now. But the second is what you could change it to.
Quite interested to see. So you say the other one is to see what I could change it to?
The first one is what it is currently now. The second one is what you could change it to.
Okay.
As this is sort of happening, you're sort of conversing with this skull. You'll see as eventually the individual begin to sort of flap their wings, getting closer towards you and saying,
This is a realm where you can essentially, some individuals of your nature and caliber can alter those fates. Each of these different sort of stars, these dots that you see before you, are differing souls and, well, echoes of possibility. This is one of them, and there are many more. But, you may only choose to manifest and change one's fate. So make your choice wisely.
Okay. This is quite interesting indeed. Is there, am I welcome to visit this place again if I choose to leave?
Oh, don't worry, me and you will be getting very, very well associated. And in fact, we already did have, but you'll understand what I mean later. You'll be here back more and more. But for now, this is your first time, so don't be too nervous or shy or anything.
Oh, that's good to hear. I'm looking forward to get to know you better. You seem like a good guy.
Why, thank you. Not many people sort of realize that. They're like, oh, with the whole facade, with the keeper and everything, just a little bit of role play and whatnot. They're like, oh no, you're a douchebag. Oh, you're so terrible. Like the other one. I try my best.
Oh yes, I'm known to be a good judge of character.
and you'll see as you're sort of saying this, you'll expand their wings and begin to sort of motion outwards towards, well, the rest of the orbs, or towards this one. Where do you go, Anth? Or do you stay here and try to alter it?
I would go to the red one. It seems like it's larger than most, or is that just a
yep, that is. Nope, that is actual thing. Oh god, do you looking at this one?
I would take a peek.
Roll a d4. Oh man. I was hoping it was this one. Alright, here's what you see. Oh my god. I've been waiting for this for the longest of times. You see an individual. They seem to be traversing in a far, far away land with the likes of, well, 6 other people. But the one that this vision sort of hones in upon is the likes of, well, a dark elf. A dark elf woman. And they seem to be sort of walking about. However, they have a sort of almost arcane nature to them. Looking at their form, it's easy to tell that they seem to be missing sort of one arm or one hand specifically. As they sort of traverse, you see as they're walking with the likes of a changeling, a man, and their Shanasi, a Fearbolg, a hobgoblin, and more, but it seems to be that they seem to be motivated, determined to make something right and go off somewhere. That said, what do you say and what do you do? I can see Bang freaking the fuck out right now.
You don't know shit.
This looks interesting, but I suppose there's no like the whole card thing.
There is.
here
There
or
are still
not?
2 cards there for each one.
Okay. Right. Just I suppose I would like to learn more about the past here, and can I just like pick a card in this situation to get more knowledge?
Sure, you can pick the first one if you want.
Yeah, I'll pick the first one.
Alright. So the first one for this. Alright. You pull the card over and you find the likes of the Magician reversed. Oh boy, gotta confirm this. You know, do your subclass and more. It seems to be that this individual, they are definitely determined in whatever goal they wish, but they question whether they will be powerful enough or have the tools necessary to make that dream into a reality. It seems to be that at the moment, despite this sort of determination, they question themselves, but they have to do something. They don't have concerns with the current sort of things happening at the moment. They're focused on one goal.
And I can then see about the second option? Or
If you want,
can I-
that's to manipulate or to change and alter their fate. Choice is yours. Would you like to?
I'm very curious, so I will go for it.
Oh, cowabunga it is. Alrighty. One moment, please. Alright, I'm drawing a card. Huh. I thought so. Alright. Make sure... you pull the card of the Hermit. Reversed. You find this individual. Oh boy, now it's time for the differences. You find this individual sort of residing in a space. A terrible sort of one in the sense of they seem to be surrounded by bits of all sorts of magics and chaos, all sort of swirling at once, a maelstrom of the arcane. Make an arcana or make a history check for me, Anth.
Okay.
4? I mean, shit, man. You've seen nothing like this. It is just literally bits of elemental chaos being flying absolutely anywhere and everywhere. And they seem to be, that same individual that you saw, they seem to be in the center of it right now. But they don't seem afraid. They don't seem scared. They seem to be almost meditating in that sort of space, trying to maybe control it and to manifest it, to bend to their will. And as that happens, you begin to see as bits of sort of almost sparks and dust begins to fly before the vision begins to fade. We'll have to figure out what that means. Oh boy, and another time. I need to contact somebody. I need to contact a certain player. But it's not you, Bang. It's not you. Oh, goodness. Alright, write that down. Contact and out the individual there. As this begins to happen. Oh, go ahead, Finn.
No, you go.
Okay. As this begins to sort of play out, you look over and you see as the winged individual begins to look over and their form begins to slowly change and morph before you find them in the Keeper before you. They walk over and begin to look you up and down and say, this time with the sort of the typical voice of them.
Very well, very well. We will have to see exactly how their fates will be changed. But I believe one of their other echoes are with you now. We'll have to find that out eventually, but keep an eye out for sure. Oh, and also before I forget, can you remember that man with the sort of mask kind of copying my style? Do you remember that?
Wait, man with the mask doing what?
Sort of, the white instead of the black, trying to be like complete polar opposites, but doing a terrible job at it.
Oh, right, the kinder version of you.
Yes, exactly that one. Can you pass him this for me, please?
And you will see as he hands you the teapot, or the teacup.
Oh, right. Oh, sure. Doesn't seem like too much of a challenge then.
God dang it, the thing was acting up. But you see as he begins to nod and just sort of pat you on the back. And that said, as this happens, you look towards the sort of teacup before eventually your visions begins to fade. And you are no longer in this area. As you all eventually wake up at the end of the day, or at the end of all of your rests. You guys now can all gain the benefits of a long rest. There you go. Oh boy, that's gonna be something. That's gonna be something. I'm excited. All right. For everybody, so Arya or William, you can you already know how to do it, Fun. But Arya and Mochi, you're good to go. You didn't do anything, so no need to press a button or anything. But eventually, Groswarl and Anth, you are the first ones to wake up. What do you two do as you emerge?
What a fucked up dream.
It was a long night for me too. This is very weird.
Yeah, I suppose we could just try to actually talk things out now.
Yeah, good idea. Out of character, Sensei, I cannot open Foundry right now, so if you could just move me, that would be great. I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry. Boop. All right, you just tell me where you want to go, and yeah. All right.
And would just make his way to William and just give him a nice gift right in the morning. Just give a little not. Oh.
Whoa! What the fuck? Yo, Anth just got yeeted.
that teacup is too powerful. Blew me away.
Oh man.
He would just go to William and just give a little knock on his shoulder and just hold the cup and is this yours?
He'll look back at you and take it, and his shoulders are a bit, Hans kind of like confused why you have it now.
Well, do you remember what he said? He said, look for the purple tiefling individual, he'll give it back to you.
True. And he'll nod. Thank you.
Oh, doesn't seem to speak much. And
That's it. As Arya and Mochi, you begin to wake up. What do you guys say or do as Oyama Nartok is just sort of sitting there trying to like slowly move your heads to not wake you up and then try to slide from under and get up?
Mochi just instantly sits up very groggily and just like sits there for a bit. Because she's not a morning person.
I think I would just honestly see everyone moving and everything and look at Mochi and be like, good morning, little one. And then just say good morning to everyone. Like, good morning. That's it.
Tries to rub her eye, but she hits the helmet.
As this happens, you'll see as Oyama Nartok will slowly begin to shift forms, and you will see as she stands tall, as, actually, nope, not that one. You'll see as she stands tall as 8 feet, even. And you look over and she seems to be, have the same sort of tribal markings and tattoos, similar to the likes of Aegon, as you see, this woman. No hair similar to other Goliaths, so completely bald, but powerful as ever. And with a massive sort of, is it a great axe or great sword? Great axe at their side. Eventually, Aegon will do the same and emerging. That said, I see that everyone is awake now. I hope you all slept well and more.
I slept just fine, thank you.
That being said, well, here, I'll see if I can make, or someone can make food and whatnot, but we should have a couple of things left over from before. Why don't you people eat it raw? The fucking fish. Always have to cook everything, but no. I have to be a good host, says Oyama Nartok. Always have to show hospitality.
William would just place a hand on his shoulder and...
Huh?
I can sort the breakfast. Do you have any preferences?
Oh, thank you. No, nothing in particular. Surprise me.
And with that, he'll start baking breakfast. And
You got it.
gotta look through the list now.
All right. Well, that's happening over there.
Fish.
Go ahead.
Okay, that's what just as Ant would hear again complaining about this now, he just giving a pat on the back and say, well, it's a small price for not having to save your friends alone.
Yeah. Touche. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That being said, so, in the meantime, do you wish to converse on what is up next?
I suppose our plans were that we will be assisting you with finding out exactly what's going on in the cave. It was a cave of sorts, right?
Right. But as that begins to happen, oh, it's time, my friends. Anth, the marking upon your hand, the red triangle, seems to start glowing for a brief moment. It begins to shine outwards. That said, you and anybody watching would eventually see as this red triangle mark upon the palm begins to actually detach itself from his hand and begins to expand outwards, growing in size. You look toward, now I don't have a sort of token for it, but can I draw it? I mean, it's literally just a triangle, so I gotta use this with my mouse, so bear with me.
If anyone is near the triangle, Groz is gonna like pull them backwards away from it.
It's the fucking mushroom again.
I would walk up and I would take Mochi and like just walk back, like just make her get farther away from it.
Give me a strength check right now.
Okay, I'll throw you. You want me to do it?
Strength
Okay.
check, let's go. Let's go.
Strength check right now.
Right here, right now.
for RP's sake.
Ooh.
I got baited. I got baited.
It was like a 14. Nah. That's a 5. You try to pull, and it's just like, ah! It's not
just a
budging.
plank.
Alright.
She just does go back with you.
Okay. But as that happens, you look into the sort of triangle and kind of like there's no real way to sort of put it. It's kind of like visions and or even like holograms kind of begin to appear inside the triangle. Those who look inside begin to notice and see, oh goodness. You look over and there are several individuals surrounding what seems to be a sort of campfire. They don't, however, seem to be in a biome or even the kind of nature or setting where you guys are from. Not in the Asia Arctic, but they seem to be in a land of sort of greenery, trees, and more, in a forest. And you know this well to be Jaded Dragon Valley. You look over towards them, and as they're sort of conversing, you see as the vision begins to shift and change once more. And you see and find these individuals, specifically one in particular, a robotic man with sort of green dreads, a warforged, looking directly towards the mark and towards all of you guys. And, well, first, you see this. Oh, boy. Character sheet. This individual looking towards you before they open their mouth and they speak. And they say this. Oh, goodness. Hope you're ready for this one. And yep. Alright, here we go.
Hey. Hello, if you can hear me. My name is Zaman. I am in Jaded Dragon Valley. I believe we are connected in some way. Please respond.
You see as the sort of image begins to sort of speak towards you. Well, towards all of you. And as you witness this, what do you say? And what do you do?
Just looks around and everyone else sees this too, right?
Say that again?
Huh?
Say that one more time? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, he's just looking around and saying, is everyone else seeing this too?
Oh.
And,
Yeah.
what
What
the
is
hell
this?
did we say back?
Mochi thinks you should introduce yourself.
This is peculiar. Do you really know nothing of this, Anth?
Well, I mean, there's been similar incident before, but then I feel like it was just a portal through to another layer of the arena we used to be on, but not like this. I don't. At least last time it was just in the same place. Just felt like a different timeline almost. Now it seems like a different place. I'm quite unsure about this.
Is there a way for us to respond, do you think?
I don't know. Maybe we are responding at the moment and they'll just have to listen to our mumbles, but I don't know.
Listening? Oh, hi. My name is Mochi. What are you doing there?
I don't think I feel like this was some kind of a message instead of a. I don't think this is happening currently in what we see.
Oh, that's a little disappointing.
Yeah.
I'm not from this land. That is from north, right? That's from north.
Yeah, it seems familiar to me.
Huh. Should we trust them?
Well, I suppose we wouldn't know answer to that question.
I don't see why not.
Seems like a nice person.
Did we see that they had marks on their hands through this thing?
Make a perception check. Anybody who's looking in.
Okay. Let me go do it.
Can you roll for me, please?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Ooh.
Sean's in chat like, don't trust that robot with your fucking life.
15?
15.
15, 18. Arya. So, Arya, you look in and you see as they have this sort of strange marking upon their hand as well. Similar to Anthrax's at the moment, their hand is sort of glowing red. You look over and you find them sort of surrounded by multiple individuals amongst the campsite, and with your 19 you're able to see as they have similar marks or just these strange markings upon your hands.
Do I recognize any of them?
No.
Okay.
Besides the one on Anth's and the individual talking through this sort of thing.
Okay. I'm the only one that sees this, correct? I just want to make sure.
Say that again?
I'm the only one that sees this, correct? I just wanna make
Yeah,
sure.
with your 19, yeah.
Okay. Alright, then I look at Anth, because I don't know anything about this symbol. All I know is that Anth has it. And I look at him and say, it seems that the others on the side have the same symbol as you. Do you know anything of this?
I just know that someone quite powerful just warned us that it's dangerous to know about them, and there are multiple people who have these marks, and they seem to have some kind of power as well, as you can see. But I don't really know much beyond that.
I see. Well, what does the group think? What should we do?
William's just cooking right now.
You look over at the mark.
Nothing out of the usual going on here.
You look over at the mark and it's slowly starting to flicker for a moment. Seems to be almost acting up. From what you can tell, it doesn't seem to be you have much time.
Any ideas what we should say back? I don't know. I guess I'll just try to speak into this mark, I guess.
Give it a try, see what happens.
Sure, if he would just leave the mark like right into his face. Oh, hello? Does it work? I suppose, yes, we are connected with these marks in our hands and all, but, I suppose we will meet one day, as it seems that we are driven to meet at some point. We have already ran into some people with these marks on, and I suppose we'll meet one day and we can find out what the hell is going on here. Then, right now I just have nothing but uncertainty about these things.
That said, as you begin to speak into it, you watch as the visions begin to actually change and shift and manifest before he turns to the likes of another individual who seems to be speaking as well. They seem to be humanoid-ish, but they have these two strange sort of almost devilish-like horns, but one sort of lobbed off. Blonde in nature as they try to speak before it shifts one more time, and you see as it all resides towards a mushroom-like individual, smaller in size and stature. And you see as they have this massive sort of sword amongst their back, a warrior, but they watch and look towards through the visage, and their mouth begins to go wide. Their eyes go wide as well. And as they're getting ready to say something, the vision or this mark begins to dissipate and or emerge or reappear back onto the palm of your hand before they're able to speak. Oh boy. It all resides on you, little buddy. All right.
The pressure's on.
Dear Lord. Oh
I
god.
was really thinking Ingot was just going to eat it.
We'll have to find out on Friday.
Run into it, run.
Everybody spam
Eat
Kroger like Omega Lol in chat for Ingot. Oh my god. Shining. Oh, we'll figure out what happens.
Shiny cunt.
I'm guessing that the triangle was shiny.
It is very shiny, but we'll have to figure out what Ingot says on Friday's game.
I mean, we know.
Shiny. But there. As eventually the mark appears back onto the palm of your hand, you'll see as, oh god, more and more strange happenings. Aegon will look over and say, that was strange. I'm not sure of that rune, to be quite honest.
Yeah, neither am I. I doubt anyone else is either.
Right. That said, well, we can only hope that it doesn't harm us in the future. God damn! This man's making a mean cuisine over there.
Yeah, my bizarre fish. Oh.
I'm making the snowy rice.
Yeah.
I love it.
As this is happening, William, you just look over and just like, huh? What's everybody concerned about or talking about? And then you just sort of you present all your food. All right.
Forget about it.
The rice. Okay, here's what it does. Because you with a natural 20 for a total of 24, you're able to learn the recipe. As well. Where are the cooking mechanics? You said snowy rice?
Yeah.
Oh. So, oh no. Oh. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. So while holding your weapon, well, anybody who is to eat this, anybody who wields a weapon, your weapon in darkness will shed a bit of moonlight, creating bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light in an additional 15 feet as it glows, allowing you to have pseudo dark vision. Oh boy. There you go. That is what snowy rice does. And you can make that at any point you want, and it's a lot easier to do so.
Not bad. We'll pass it around and first over to Aegon. See how he feels about it.
He chows down. He fucking devours it. Like I don't know. You're expecting
nothing left for anyone else.
Like he eats it with his hands, just sort of just freaking scarfing it down. Because remember, he didn't really get to eat much. It's been I got rescued. All right, gotta save my sister. Okay, we're out of here. All right, and he's going to town right now.
You chuckle and pass the rest out to everyone else. I'm guessing I made enough for everyone.
Yeah.
Mochi takes off the helmet and eats the rice.
Yeah,
This is so good.
You could almost see a bit of red on the mask.
Oh man.
Arya would just say thank you and eat.
Just nods.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Once again, proving yourself to be better than the one in the black.
She heard that, you know.
I know.
Could I also whip up some tea for everyone?
Sure. Yo, Poppy is going to literally bite the shit out of you, Bang, and you know this. That's the bunny.
Aww, I didn't know you took out Poppy.
They're both out.
I'm gonna bite the shit out of you. Alright.
I didn't want to distract.
Yeah, no, you're good. So, that said, we need to come up with a plan. We can march forth. I mean, I think we have enough individuals to probably, well, lead an assault onto the cave to try to rescue the rest of the tribe members. But there was one issue that we didn't get to cover last night. I got my Nartok. He'll look towards her and just say, well, and she'll say, when that scar, that's when William, I believe, healed from last night and whatnot. It was formed by one of the individuals as an encounter broke out, a battle. And we were barely able to escape, or at least I was, if it wasn't for those two, and Aegon as well. But whenever I don't understand, it doesn't make any sense, but whenever I attacked them in response, they didn't feel the pain. Now, I don't think I'm weak or anything. I mean, I've killed before multiple times, but they seem to almost be unaffected really by it. In fact, they smiled into my face as I embedded the greatsword into their chest. Something's not right about them. Not at all.
And William make maybe a medicine check to see if he reckons anything.
Sure, make a medicine check.
Okay. I got like +6 to that. Medicine, where the hell is medicine?
God damn!
Dang! 2 nat 20s back to back.
Holy crap.
Jesus Christ, man's cracked.
He's OP.
Alright, so the medicine check of a natural 20 for a total of 26. You realize, okay, they didn't take any damage. Why? Well, what typically things make it where they don't take damage? Well, it could be just natural resolve. It also could be not that. It could be armor as well. But a more sort of realistic thing could be maybe the likes of magic, even. Maybe abjuration or something else. Aegon mentioned before, or I think Oyama and Artak mentioned before, that their faces were sort of frozen over or had bits of frost on them. Could that be the magic? But definitely nothing, probably nothing natural, what you could tell. Or anything from what you have heard of.
He'd relay that to her mind, and it will be good if we could investigate further into that frost. There's a lot of magic out there. a lot of it is can be frowned upon. I guess might be that.
A bit of magic, you say? I mean, it could be, but I mean, I don't know. It was strange. Very, very strange. It was like snow was building up amongst their form in real time. But I don't know exactly how would we be able to sort of fight them head on. But one thing I do know is that they said they would have to go into a hunting expedition before they attacked me. They could be, I don't know exactly when, but there is a chance that they could be gone at this moment. Or we could maybe use that time, if that is the case, to go free the others. But, I mean, if they come back, I don't know what we'll do, though. What do you all think?
He'd nod. And look to the others for an answer.
Crickets.
Mochi's a little confused, so she's like just staying out of the conversation.
Arya's just deep in thought right now. Like, she's just pondering over everything that he's saying and just like kind of nodding to herself. That's why she hasn't answered.
Mochi would follow the group.
And then Arya will say, "Oh wait, go ahead. You got it."
You go first. You finish that.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
We're a bunch of Canadians in this chat.
No, you go.
Sorry, you go ahead, eh? Yeah, you
What
go.
about this?
No, Grithroral says, we should, sounds like it's our best chance. We should go now. Hopefully they won't be there, but this is best opportunity we're probably gonna have.
Yeah, and Arya would nod and be like, I think she's right.
Well,
We should head out now.
Mochi is willing to fight. Mochi's strong.
Oyama Nartok is just gonna give you just a little head pat. And just, I will protect you at all costs.
Now that enough for that, I'm inspired to fight.
Well, if we need to get going, then shall we head out now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Tash. I shall lead the way. Let's go. All right. So, the individuals are all gathering forth. Oh boy. Oyama Nartok begins to stand, and then she begins to shift once more from her sort of Goliath form to more of her, sort of bear-like form. Oop. Did it work? Try that again. There we go. As this happens, you see as she begins to almost go on all fours and begins to just sort of start traversing and just heading off. Zappy just sprints off and just tries to follow behind you guys. Aegon will begin to start making his way, and Groswarl, I assume you as well?
Yes.
Alright. So, as the party begins to gather forth, let us switch to a different map.
Woohoo!
Boom. Oh, I need Zappy. Come here, Zappy.
Here's Abby.
And he just immediately just sort of chases after you.
I'm going to get a piece of cake real quick because he woke me up and I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'll be really quick.
I haven't had breakfast either, you fuck. You suffer with me.
You wanna get food, kid?
Oh, I'll get it afterwards. We only got less than an hour in the session.
Hungry.
Hey, we'll get it before the session. We'll get it before the session.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah. So, as this happens, oh gosh, you guys are eventually transported to this area. Well, not transported, but you travel to that area. a fucking portal opens up. Welcome to the show.
Ew.
This is also done by Reverend Panda. Go check out his Patreon. Go check out his channel. Awesome guy. Alright, so, as you all are traveling through the snow, eventually you see or find yourselves coming across a little bit of a small forest. Oyama and Nartok sort of leading the charge, but is there anything you guys say or do while you're heading this way?
I'm gonna follow right behind her, or kind of like right beside her.
Easy peasy. You can just move your token.
Yeah.
Grosvarl is like, she's in like ranger mode, so she's, you know, looking out, listening, seeing if there's any smells, just like general surveillance.
Perception check, Groswarl, with advantage.
Can you do that for me?
You gotcha. Oyama
Alright.
Nartok will probably say, because she trusts you and know that you're kind of smart, so she'll just say, Groswarl, check out the sort of northern location. Thumbs up, and you begin to march forward. Perception check with advantage. Boop. 17, you are on the hunt. Checking around, making sure everything is where it should be, and nothing is sort of hiding amongst or anywhere.
Can William do the same on the opposite flank?
Sure thing.
Okay, and that's perception.
10? Okay, okay. So, as you guys are sort of walking by, for the likes of William, you don't really see much of anything, but you look upwards and, so there's just a strange sort of color in the sky, but that's kind of weird, but and maybe that's normal. It's kind of like a little bit of a weird sort of purple sky going on.
He'd point people's attention to it.
Seems to be just a simple purple sky at the moment, but everybody make a perception check looking upwards.
Thank you. I don't know if did it roll.
15, 14, 20. With a 20 and a 15. Yeah, most of you as well. You all begin to see as the sky, it's changing colors before your very eyes. From this sort of purple to then again to a blue, and then it's kind of changing to a green. Groswarl, as you're sort of scouting around this area, you getting the bits of smells, it seems to be a familiar one at that. I will DM you.
You're already DMing.
Shut up. Alright, Sammy, check your DMs. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Grosvarl goes on high alert and goes back over to the group and says, we need to be very careful. This is not natural.
Right.
I think Ari would also like just kind of she wouldn't say much. She would just be perceptive of what's around her and like kind of like everyone else, just making sure that she has her eyes open, ears open. I can't smell as great as a bear can, but so I leave that to the bearkins over here. But yeah, I'm just being very, very careful in this new area.
That's just in case. You'll see as Aegon will begin to conjure a bit of a spell, and you'll see a spectral armor begin to form amongst him. So he's gonna cast mage armor, just in case. Ooh. As that happens, oh boy, where are you guys going? You continuing forward, or are you letting Oyama and Nartok lead the charge?
I'm gonna wander over here to see why is my boy over. The dog just keeps blinking everywhere. Anyway, so I'm just gonna check out this area, make sure it's safe, and kind of like stay hidden. So I'm gonna stay like within the trees.
All right, make a stealth check for me, Arya.
Self check?
Yep, stealth check.
Oh, stealth. I was like, what? Okay.
Yes, a south, north, east, west check. Go. 18. You seem and you feel as if you are pretty hidden, or pretty well hidden. As this is sort of occurring, William, you are the first one to look up and see this oh goodness gracious, here we go. Let me get this up. Bop. Bop. Think I got it. Boom. And then boom. This is so much to do right now. Sorry about this, guys. Alright, there we go. Oh, and let's reduce this by a lot. 50, sure, and then we'll say like another 50. As you all are looking out, William, you first, you see as the sky begins to slowly change colors once more, and as it does so, it does it despite it being, well, day. You see as there are more colors than just blue in the sky, again as it begins to course more and more with a green, a purple, and a blue light, and even a pink and reddish light, an astral light. As it looks up, you guys see as an aurora borealis begins to form amongst the sky. A dangerous omen for those who have been traversing this land for long enough. As this occurs, you all just strangely hear in the backs of your head, for those actually, for Groswall, this may be a little bit familiar, but for everybody else, nah. But you hear the likes of this sort of emanate. Oh, time's ticking, children. I hope you prepared. But now for a little taste of things to come. Well, let us not be strangers any longer. And as this occurs, you watch as the mist, or the strange mist of ever-changing colors, begins to swirl and swarm the entire area. And as they do, you hear multiple voices from all around. You hear them from your left, you hear them from this strange cackling from the right. The voices begin to build up more and more before you hear this almost, oh gosh, this sort of strange wailing sound as you hear. As it happens, you begin to almost sort of shudder in fear, some of you looking around trying to get a general idea of where they're coming from, but they seem to be just from all around. Before you look over and ahead, you see these figures appearing in front of you through the mist, shambling about. These strange hyena-like creatures with their flesh hanging out and more spilling out amongst the ground, similar to the ones that you, Groswarl and Anth, that you fought on the ship many, many years ago. However, they have another individual amongst them. Besides them, it seems to be a sort of, or their face, it seems to be that it's covered in pure blood and gore and more. It is absolutely terrible. However, them kind of having this strange sort of marking or white markings upon their face with these sort of pelts as well, a shaman of the sorts. As they lead the charge, they point their hands towards you all, and the enemies begin to charge forth. And with that, your souls are shackled, and the time for battle is now. I need each and every single one of you to roll for initiative. Oh goodness, here we go.
Sensei, real quick, I was able to load Foundry. It's working for now, so
Let's go!
I can do this. I'll let you know if it changes, yeah.
Alright, I gotcha. This individual will be in the back. He is not a part of initiative. But I'm just using him for initiative purposes. Oh, goodness.
No, I got a
Wait.
2.1.
Sensei, I'm going to assume that no, but are you able to update my character sheet because the spells are all wrong?
Yeah, I can do that. That's easy.
Go.
See, the cool thing about Foundry is I can just update your character sheet in 10 seconds. Your spells probably won't be all animated though, so keep that in mind. But a lot of the cleric spells in general are pretty animated, so you'll be good.
Yeah, I just want the right stuff. Wait, is this right as well?
I don't know. This is your character sheet that you linked.
Okay.
Or link it again if it's not.
I think I have like more spells than I'm aware of.
No, those are the ones that. So as a cleric, you can basically change any or spells per long rest. So it listed out all of them out on Foundry, and you choose the button to prepare them. So the ones that are in purple, I believe. Let me check. The ones that are purple are the ones you have prepared right now, and obviously you have all your cantrips prepared.
I was very confused.
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry. Don't worry. That said, everybody has rolled initiative correct. No one is struggling with that, are they? If so, let me know.
She out here with the highest initiative.
Actually, I know. It's William. With that point one.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't see it.
Okay, one moment, please. Let me get the battle music out. Oh, dear Lord. Where the freak is it? Here we go. So, if that is the case, here are a couple things I need to explain to you guys. So, though this fight begins, I also need to summon the other individuals, but one thing to note is that intuition checks are enabled. This is more for like the advanced players. I already know about this. You can make intuition checks, and showdowns are technically enabled, but do know they're not mandatory for this fight. You don't have to do them in the least bit to be able to succeed and all that stuff. You do it as you wish, but it's not mandatory in the least at all. Alright, that said, you watch as multiple individuals begin to slowly form out of the woodworks. And with that, your souls are shackled. The time for battle is now. Oh god, here we go. I need to roll for Aegon, Witherlings, Oyama Nartok, and Zappy. Oh no, that is not good. That is not good at all. This individual will go first, and he will begin to... no. Goodness gracious. You will see as they will begin to just begin to conjure the likes of a spell, and begin to just sort of yell outwards towards each and every single one of you with this sort of almost cackling them over and over and over again, laughing. And before the voices begin to enter your mind, and he is going to choose, oh boy, I can't see you, so it's gonna be the closest individual, so it's either Oyama Nartok or the Axolotl friend in Mochi. So, I'm gonna roll a d4. If I roll even, they'll attack Mochi. If they roll odd, they'll attack Oyama Nartok. That is odd, so that'll be towards Oyama Nartok. And he's gonna hit her with this. Oh, he needs to walk up a little closer. Boot. That's fine. Alright, front, can I go boot? Alright, that said, as you see as the cackling begins to begin, it seems to have no effect over Oyama Nartok as she begins to sort of become fearful for a moment and then look towards all of the other individuals. It's time to protect, it's time to fight. There's no time for fear. She begins to grab her great sword or great axe and steal her resolve. That is this individual's turn. That's all I can do for now. Next up in initiative, we have Zappy, who is going to do pretty much nothing. No one's taught him how to sort of manifest a thing, so Zappy will not be a combatant in this fight. He will run off to the side and wait for you guys to finish. William, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
Okay, so within... how far is it? Okay, in that case, so William is going to cast Spiritual Weapon At second level, right about... No, it was right there.
What does the spiritual weapon look like for me?
So it's basically a mace, and you know the symbol of Farika? It's the kind of like a U.
Hell yeah.
It's kind of like that for the top of the mace.
So this is the closest thing I got, but where are you placing the spiritual weapon?
Right there.
Right here. Alright, 1 second. Alright, as you begin to conjure the spell, it manifests in form as you summon the mace of Farika beside or behind the sort of null-like individual. Make an attack roll with your bonus action for me.
Okie dokie. I thought it was with the action straight away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you conjure the spell as a bonus action. You're making an attack right now.
Okay, so damage roll. How do I use the spiritual weapon?
Just hit spiritual weapon and target the enemy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Attack. Just normal roll.
19 will hit. That is a D8 plus 4 damage. Roll a D8 plus 4. Hold on, what's your wisdom? Yeah, D8 plus 4.
Normal hit.
7 points of damage to the individual. Nice. As you strike them, it seems to be as they get bashed across the back of their head as they stumble forward bits. However, it seems to just almost feel more and more of this sort of laughing and cackling. That said, is that your turn, Ulium, or is there anything else?
That was my bonus action as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, you only have an action left.
Oh, so with an action, can I use an action to strike them again?
Not
Or
the spiritual
actually-
weapon, no.
Okay, in which case I'm going to cast Bless at first level, and I am going to
keep in
do
mind.
it...
Keep in mind, you already casted a spell beforehand, and you're not
Oh,
a
yeah,
sorcerer, so it'd probably have to be a cantrip or like a weapon if you have anything.
Okay, in which case I'm going to use Toll the Dead. I'm not used to
It's been a while since I played another full spellcaster.
yeah, that can hit them. So, do
Alright,
Toll
conjure the
the
spell.
Dead.
While you're doing that, they need to make a saving throw. While that's happening, Anth, you receive a D6 inspiration point from or inspiration die from chat, and Oleum, you receive another D6 inspiration die from chat. The individual will fail, and as that happens, you guys see as the individual begins to sort of rack themselves in pain and fear as the bell tolls for them. That's actually not accurate because they're already damaged. Yeah. Roll a D12 instead. I gotta figure out a way how to do that. 9 points of damage. Nice. That said,
so
oh, good.
It kind of, they don't hear it, but they feel it. Kind of reverberates around the grounds. The kind of snow almost like rippling around them.
Heck yeah. All right. That said, Ulium, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. Mochi, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
Mochi's gonna walk up, or actually, first she's gonna rage, seeing that, you know, they're attacking her friends. She rages, says, "Mochi, don't! You can't hurt Mochi's friends!" And then she runs up to the guy, and then, grabs her anchor and slams it onto him.
Hell yeah, you grab the anchor, rushing forward, trying to embed it into him, make an attack roll towards him. So, all you're gonna do is you're gonna hit T to target him. Now, you're going to double click on your character sheet. Open that up. Yep, you got it. 6, that said, you try to swing with all you've got, however, it's not able to make purchase. You swing a little bit with too much ferocity and strength, not able to have enough accuracy. That said, that's your action, your bonus action. Anything else you got?
Bonus action was rage.
Oh, yeah. That said, so anything else then?
That's it.
Alrighty, no problemo. Next up in initiative, Aegon. He is going to look over and he is going to cast... he's gonna try to call the herd, and he is going to send a lightning bolt towards... Well... Nah, he's gonna throw an ice knife towards this individual off to the side. back behind. As you see, as he begins to slowly bring in the bits of the cold, the runes amongst his form begin to manifest. He will march forward, boop, and he's gonna ice knife him. If I can hit the button. There we go. Alright, ice knife. Oh, I am not used to spellcasters, holy shit. Did it work?
Man, me and you.
Did it work? Hold on. This is so weird. So like, those of you guys who don't know, I have to have 2 Foundry or versions of Foundry open at the same exact time. So I have to like bounce in between both of them, and it's very, very weird. Okay, there we go. I think we got it. All right, so 10 will miss. However, the ice knife will explode outwards as it enters the center. They'll need to make dexterity saving throws against it or take the bit of damage. Dexterity saving throws. I don't know why I didn't go through the macro, but that's fine. 9 will fail. 12 will also fail. They'll take 2d6 of damage. Yeah. Get back out of here, William. 9 points of damage to them. And 9 points of damage to them. As you see, as the ice knife begins to embed itself into the ground, it explodes outwards and nearly freezes their entire form over as they nearly drop down and fall dead. That is Aegon's turn. He will get out of the way and allow the next person to rush forward. Groswarl, that said, you gain initiative. What would you like to do?
I'm going to go up behind this big fallen tree. Is it big enough to get like cover or partial cover?
You can kind of, you'd have to probably go prone for that because you're a bigger individual, so not really.
Okay, well then I will just step over it and go right here. What is this weapon right here? What's that?
Oh, that's me.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, Groswarl is going to throw a hand axe at this one. How do I target them?
T or double right click.
There we go.
There you go. Also, oh, is the thing frozen? There we go. So weird. 13 is it the final roll? Yeah. So with a 12, excuse me, you swing forth towards them. However, they're able to sort of back out of the way, and it seems to be that it has no effect towards them, as they're too fast. Seems to be that they seem to have a little bit of martial capability. That's your first attack as your action. You have a bonus action if you want to do anything.
Can I attack again?
Dual wielding, yes you can. Bonus action attack.
Oh, I do have 2 weapon fighting. I have too many fighters and barbarians, y'all. I forget who has what. Okay.
Oh my god, alright.
Nice.
That's a nat 20. That said, roll damage for me. So this is 2d6, and then plus your strength mod.
Is this a critical hit?
Yes, it is. Oh boy. So 7 points of damage to this individual as you embed the axe directly to, or almost into their shoulder. They begin to sort of yelp out in pain before it seems to be they almost writhe back for a little bit in time. However, at this point, they seem to be surrounded with nowhere to go. All right, that is 7 points. Let me add that to their thing. Not bad. Oh, what the hell? They're dead. I got it. Boop. There you go. And then pop. Easy enough. All right, that said, that is your action. You do that, or that was your bonus action. That's your movement. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's it.
Alrighty, easy enough. Next up in initiative, we have the Knoll Witherlings, and then Anthrax. You're on deck. Arya, you are in the hole. Well, actually, hold on. Oyama and Artok didn't get to go. Hold on. What the hell? All right, Oyama and Artok, then the Knoll Witherlings, then Anth. Alright, it's gonna be pretty much simple and straightforward. You'll see as Oyama Nartok is sort of walking over to this way, getting around the area, grabbing the great axe. However, she looks over to the side and she sees more and more of these individuals emerging. Over here, and all the way over here. Alright. That said, it seems to be more and more of the horde is approaching. However, Oyama Nartok needs to take some of these out, so she's going to make one attack roll towards this guy. Features gonna make a great axe attack. Oh, can't see. All right, with a 20, you'll see as she immediately takes the great axe and impales this individual on basically destroying them, bisecting him in half before tossing him over to the side. Her second attack, she's going to make another one towards this individual. 18 will hit, 7 more points of damage. At this point, she nearly cuts his entire arm off before he able to sort of back up a little bit and stand his ground, but he is looking a little worse for wear. That is her turn. No Witherling's turn. Here's what's going to happen. This guy is going to use a reaction and use an ability you haven't identified yet, and he is going to immediately attack Oyama Nartok. It's going to... Does it have to be this? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, it really doesn't matter. She's going to, or he's going to hit her with his club. 17 to hit, 6 points of damage. Able to crack the club across her face, but she stands her ground and still up to snuff. Meanwhile, over here, these individuals are going to start swarming around the likes of Mochi and Groswaro. Time to hope your resolve is strong enough, my friends. All right, this one's gonna go over here. This one's gonna go over here. Oh, now you can move it in a way that doesn't provoke that. This guy's gonna go over here. And this one's going to go over here. All right, so it's gonna be 2 attacks towards Mochi, 2 attacks towards Groswall. We'll handle Groswall first. You'll see as they begin to almost just try to pounce and just rip and tear. The first one's going to try to bite and tear at you. The second one's going to use its club. First attack is gonna be the bite. Boop. That is a 10. That will hit, dealing 5 points of damage as they take a bit or rip a bit of flesh from you. The second one's going to use the club and try to bash your skull in. And with a natural 20, a total of 8, you will see as it cracks you across the face, it rocks your world for a moment as you begin to get a little bit dazed. All right. That said, not looking too good over there. Mochi, let's see if you are a little bit more lucky. Bite attack going towards you. 12, they take a bite out of crime as they reach out and try to bite down towards the sort of suit, realizing that it's not able, or they're not able to get through with their teeth, so they begin to start ripping it apart instead, tearing it more and more from your form. Second attack is going to be with the bite or with the club. That is a 9, but that will miss. It swings, however, it embeds itself and it just goes ting off of the armor. No effect. That is their turn over here. No Witherlings over here, going to just dash, pretty much. Boop. And 5, can't really see much. This guy's gonna go over here. This guy's gonna go over here. He's gonna use the last bit of his movement to surround Groswall, but that's it. He's sort of standing on the sort of branch at the moment. It's not good. It's not good right now. No Witherling's turn. That's up. Anthrax, what would you like to do as you receive initiative?
First I want to ask, I assume so, but Archie's undead enemies. Or do I need
you can
to
make
find
an
out?
intuition check to 100% confirm.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, make a, for you, I believe it's wisdom. Yep, wisdom. With a 13, these individuals are in fact undead.
Yeah, I figured so. I think I will go for it and use Dissonant Whispers on the main bad guy.
All right, as you begin to conjure the spell and cast it towards them, as you begin to manifest and play, or how exactly does this look like? What do you do to cast Dissonant Whispers?
I would say just looking at the creature, well, I suppose holding my spellcasting focus being the skull and just beaming the words that the skull would be saying into that creature's mind to cause extreme pain.
Oh god. So are you saying that the skull speaks in its mind and tries to drive him insane?
Yes.
Okay, here's what. Well, you don't hear this, but for the sake of it, this is what this guy hears.
Hi, how's it going? Can I be your friend?
And you just see as it just echoes over and over and over again in his mind, trying to drive him insane. All right, cast the spell towards him and let's see what happens. Ah, lots of ones. Holy shit. A wisdom saving throw. Come on. Ah, come on!
Son of a bitch.
Unless anybody wants to use inspiration to lower that shit, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll use my inspiration 1d6 to lower that.
All right. No matter what you lower it to, it's gonna.
It's
so.
Low.
If that's the case, he will fail with your inspiration. What happens upon him failing?
He has to run away from the caster, so that would be away from everyone. That my goal was kind of to trigger opportunity attacks from our melee group in this.
Yeah, does that happen now or on his turn?
I believe it's on its turn.
Yeah, okay. If available to move fast. Yeah, I think it's oh wait, hold on. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 and must immediately use this reaction if available to move. Okay, did it have a reaction? It does have its reaction. So, yeah, he's gonna start running. You will see as he will be look over towards this, and he's just like, yeah, no, fuck this, and he just runs away. All right, that said, there are 3 attacks of opportunities going his way. Mochi, make one. Grosworld, make one, and William, make one as well as this guy cuts and runs.
Weapon.
This is gonna be nasty. A 10 will miss, unfortunately.
Nice.
Groswell with a natural 20. You guys are just freaking throwing out 20s like it's candy.
Hey man, it's revenge for yesterday.
I guess so. 10 points of damage coming from Groswell as you use the glaive to sort of stop them in their tracks. Cleaving a bit of piece of them. Finn, did you roll to hit?
I was trying. I think there was too many stuff going on.
I don't see a dice, and I didn't see one before.
Yeah,
it just says that it hits. Like,
Yeah, it just said it hits.
Here, just roll an attack roll with it. It's just your d20 plus.
I'm trying. Attack roll. I did an attack roll.
I got it. Let me take the wheel. Let me take the wheel. I got you.
It's a weapon's not nice.
Wait, that's Anthrax.
Please hit so I can call it a high value play.
Spiritual weapon. Boop. Consume spell slot now. All right, there you go. 25 to hit, 11 points of damage as it bonks him across the head. As that happens, I believe he's looking terrible right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's looking pretty bad. He is near death at the moment. That said, he begins to continue cutting and running, and he has to move 15 more feet. So he will back away over here. All right, that said, that is, Anth, that is your action. Anything else you want to do as your turn, or no?
I would like to move forward a little, and I would give Bardic Inspiration out to... I think I'll just give it to Crossworld, because it's, keep doing what you're doing!
Alright, as that happens, you feel bardically inspired from the kind words. Alright, that said, Anth, that is your turn. Arya, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
Alright, so I am going to target, let me think. Oh wait, I have to right click twice. Target this one in front of... I always want to do I just want to do that. And hold on, and hit it with a chaos bolt.
All right, oh god, here we go. All right, cast the spell towards him and let it fly. And or as this is happening, I'll describe it. Well, actually, let's see what happens. Let's see what rolls. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah. Does it bounces off! Holy shit! Alright, here's what happens. As this forms, oh gosh, hold on, I gotta pull it up because I don't remember the exact damages for the Chaos Bolt. This is about to be something else. You see as Arya's forms begins to sort of crackle with a bit of lightning and electricity as she fires it off or off towards the individual Null. As it happens, it strikes him entirely and immediately just sort of electrifies his entire form before you see a skeleton almost that grows right in front of you before he drops down a singed mess. But as that happens, you see as the lightning begins to form once more and it fires off towards another random individual. Arya, choose another or secondary person to strike.
Shoot. Let me see. I believe in. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get this one by Mochi.
All right.
Do I roll again?
Yeah, you just roll again. I'll make sure.
Which one?
Chaos Bolt.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Oh no. Wait, does it happen again? Okay, no, it doesn't happen again.
It doesn't. That was so crazy. That was so crazy.
As this happens, hold on, what the hell is this one? Oh gosh, I don't even remember. Which one do you want, or which one do you want this energy to be? For the Chaos Bolt.
I didn't see which one. I didn't see what it landed on. I don't know how to tell.
Oh, so if you click on you see where it says 2d8 plus 1d6 and it has the 12? If you just click that, it'll tell you what you rolled.
2d8, 2 and 6. Okay, sorry, give me 1 second. I want it to be poison.
Poison damage, you got it. As it begins to form, the lightning begins to actually change and manifest before your very eyes as it changes to this green liquid that begins to slowly form over them and begins to almost suffocate them and strangle them right before your eyes. That is a double kill. Good shit.
And then for my bonus, because I didn't do bonus, right? I don't think I did.
Nope, you didn't do a bonus yet.
I want to heal my teammate.
Let's go!
1 second, please.
Who are you healing? Oh, Groswell. That said, as you begin to conjure the spell, you begin to almost weave and manifest the magic within. Now, sorcerers, remember, you guys can actually cast 2 spells in 1 turn. That's the rule. As that happens, you hold your hand out and you watch as divine light begins to slowly form, closing your wounds, Groswell. All right, Arya, is there anything else you would like to do for your turn?
Probably move past this and go over here if I can. I think that's 30. No? Yeah.
Keep in mind, you can, but you have to sort of drop down over here, and you would be running past this individual.
Ah, shoot, you're right. Okay, you know what? I'll regroup right here.
Okay,
I'll do
so you
that.
drop down, sliding amongst the rocks, and join the likes of Anthrax. All right, that is your turn. Next up in initiative, we have, oh god, this individual, the Null Vampire. He is going to do this shit. Oh god. Well, first off, this happens. Yep. So this he'll gain this back. And that's what he does for as a passive. What will he do now? Shoot. He has to make does he make the saving throw now or later, and for the Dissonant Whispers?
I don't think there's anything more that you need to do about the Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. That said,
just a one-time thing.
He is going to, I don't know if he has the movement. I'm just having trouble seeing. He does. Alright, he will march forth back over to this area. As he begins to hear the whispers, they begin to slowly fade from him as the voice is just like,
Hey, it's not fair. Go back, keep running.
and immediately just sort of yells and curses out in abyssal, a language that you guys again don't understand. And then he is going to take his weapon and he is going to start mauling everybody. First things first, he's going to use a claw attack. He's gonna use a claw attack towards the likes of Mochi, and then he's going to try to bite down onto Groswarl. All right, claw attack going towards you. That is an 18, and it is 10 points of damage. However, because you are raging, you only take 5.
Oh.
All right. That said, it strikes and or almost crashes amongst this sort of suit. Bits of more scrap metal begins to go flying, but you're able to keep cool. Next up, boy, this is the big one. Is going to try to bite you, Groswell. I wish you the best of luck. That is an 11.
Can I use my inspiration die to lower that?
Yes, you can. Roll your dice.
It was a D6.
D6. Thank God for that. As it happens, you almost see your life flashing before your very eyes as this individual with these massive sort of fangs gets ready to sort of bear down, biting onto your neck and maybe even afflicting you with something. However, you're able to or witness this before a brief moment in time. And William, describe how you're able to sort of inspire Groswell to sort of move out of the way.
She would feel a tug on her mind a slight bit, and just enough to swear her off balance so she misses it.
As that happens, you begin to move off, getting a little bit off balance. That was a close one. That said, that is this individual's turn, unless he's going to do anything else. Nope, that's it. That's it for him. Yeah. All right, next up in initiative, William, what would you like to do?
Oh, from on top of the mountain, you'll see his silhouettes. He's going to strike with the spiritual weapon from behind. If I can do this right, do not consume. Cast spell.
15. You swing forth and you try to strike them. However, it's not able to, or it's not fast enough as he's able to dodge out of the way.
God damn it! I used my inspiration die. Okay. In which case, I am going to use Toll the Dead once more.
All right. That said, saving throw, wisdom. He will fail.
Be a D12.
Yeah. So I'm always gonna redact the damage and all that. Roll a D12.
Still 2.
Still 2. The dice said fuck you anyways. Alright, that said, you see as he begins, or at this point, he's getting a little bit more used to it as he's hearing multiple voices and more entering his head. But he's able to kind of shake it off, but it's still taking its toll. William, is that your turn?
I'm gonna move over here.
Alright, you got it. That said, next up in initiative, we have Mochi. What would you like to do? You've been clawed at, and you see as you are surrounded by individuals.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn to the witherling next to me, and I'm gonna attack it with my anchor.
Keep in mind, because I will remind you of a feature. You as a barbarian, because I know you don't really get to play barbarians too much, you have the reckless attack feature. Do you remember what that does?
No.
So reckless attack means you can gain advantage on your attack rolls, but if you do so, you obviously have a higher chance to hit, but also all people have advantage against you when they're attacking. So it's like you're throwing caution to the wind to have a higher chance to hit, you know?
So is reckless attack like? Do I? Wait, how do I use it though?
Oh, you just say I want to attack recklessly, and then you just roll with advantage. So to roll with advantage, if you want to do this, you just target them as usual, and when you're hitting the icon of the, you know, the hand axe or whatever, hold the Alt key on your keyboard at the same time.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna reckless attack.
Hell yeah!
Mojana, bitch. Oh my god.
22 to hit, 3 points of damage plus another 2 from the rage damage. How do you want to kill this thing?
Nice. I grab my anchor by the chains and I swing it and I hit his head and into the tree, and he just smashed into pieces.
As it does, he smashes into the tree, falls down into a pile of bones and flesh. Good job, Mochi. That's your action. You have a bonus action. I don't know if you can do anything as a bonus action, though.
I mean, the only thing is Dredge Iron, but it doesn't really do much.
Yeah, it's up to you.
So, it's okay. I shall end my turn.
That said, that is your turn. Aegon's turn. He is going to he is gonna cast probably like a magic missile outwards. He wants to save spell slots. He will cast one towards this individual over here. He'll cast another one towards this one, and he'll cast another one towards this one. Or actually, no, he's just gonna embed 2 over here. Okay. Magic missile. Alright, so that's 3 points of damage to that guy, and 6 points of damage to that guy. As you see, as he holds his hands out, runes begin to flow, and immediately the darts begin to fly and strike into the creatures. They seem to be damaged, but they're still alive. That is... oh wait, yeah, that's his turn. He'll now still keep his distance. Groswarl, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
Groswarl sheaths her weapons and goes after whatever this big scary one was that tried to bite her face, and does an unarmed fighting attack.
Hell
Just
yeah.
rips at it.
Alright, as you begin to take your claws out and try to strike them, let's see what you got. A 9. That's not gonna do it. That said, you swing forth and the first claw is able to miss. Now you can do it as a bonus action if you'd like, but that is up to you.
Can I do that because I have 2 attacks? Can I do that twice?
Well, you have action surge as well, but you can use a bonus action to, well, actually, hold on, let me make sure. I'm pretty sure unarmed fighting, it allows you to, but let me make sure. Blah, blah, blah. If you aren't wielding a weapon, this is your turn. Actually, no, never mind. No, you can't. That's a monk thing. Yeah, that's Lika. You gotta train with Lika to be able to attack twice as a bonus action. But you can action surge if you want. That's up to you, though.
Okay, but so like my fists don't count as weapons because I have 2 weapon fighting. I need like an actual physical weapon.
Roll a d100 for me, real quick.
How long are your
85.
rolls? Can they qualify?
Because it's
as
cool,
daggers?
I'll allow it for the time being, and I'll figure out a ruling for it later.
My hands are weapons.
Alright, go for it for now.
Hey, Sensei, her claws are just daggers, man.
Alright, 22 hit, that'll hit, roll damage.
Big money, no whammies.
4 points of damage to this individual. It seems to be they are on their last leg. As you slash and claw towards them, it seems to be that there's just this giant sort of bear claw that's crashed across their entire chest. Alright, Groswarl, that's your action and bonus action. Anything else?
I would like to action surge. I want to kill this thing. If I can.
Oh, hell yeah. Alright. That means you get one more action to attack him. Make an attack roll towards him. Come on, come on.
Oh,
no! We used all the luck from earlier.
Wait, can I use inspo points on her, or will it not help at
It
all?
won't matter. It's a nat one.
Damn
They
it.
always miss. Good thinking, but no. So, Groswarl, as you try to swing forward, channeling that bit of fury and rage, you see as bits of snow begins to build up amongst your person, and you try to do sort of an X slash towards them. However, this individual is able to see it coming, ducks underneath just barely, and tries to use the club to sort of push you backwards. No effect. All right. That said, that is your turn, Groswarl, I believe.
Yep.
Hey, Sensei, real quick, did you get back the health from that bite?
Oh yeah, I don't think you added it back.
Did I not? Oh.
Yeah, because he's looking like really desperate.
Okay, that was good.
It was
call.
5, right?
I think so. I can scroll up.
Yeah.
It's 5. Or actually no, it was 14. That's why.
Yeah.
14. Yeah, that bite's nasty. There you go. All right, you're a lot better now.
Yay! Oh wait, you get back 14 from that?
Yeah, he did 14
Nice.
damage from the bite earlier.
Awesome.
All right. Oh yeah, my Nartok's gonna beat the shit out of somebody. All right. She is going to, or looking over at her fellow bearkin, just going to take or look at her claw and just slice out towards this individual. 22. Yeah, he's fucking dead. All right. All right, you'll see as immediately his head just begins to come clean off as he drops down to the ground. Alyama Nartok is going to rush over to Groswarl or have her back and then just try to, she'll just say, "You tried to bite my friend? Let's just see exactly how you like it." And she is going to try to bite his head off and see what happens. Bite attack. 13 will hit, 9 points of damage. Oh god, that is, yeah. Straight up rips it off, chucks the body off to the side, and continues forth. That said, that is her turn. No witherlings. We're gonna get, how many of them are left? 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, yeah, this is not good. Yeah, I'll be real with you. They don't like this. They don't like this at all. This one's going to stand his ground, and he is going to... Actually, no, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Hold on, I'm gonna make some wisdom saving throws. One more. Yeah, they're gonna fucking run. All except one. Alright, this guy's going to leave your attack range, Groswarl. You wanna hit him?
Yes.
Alright, go for it. They literally
Which one
just...
is-
it is this one over here. So, to preface this, they saw their leader get straight up clown pounded over and over again, also ripped to shreds. This tiny axolotl just straight up bludgeoned a guy over here. Now Adrian just electrified 2 people and poisoned another one to death. And this big old bear person just literally ripped people in half. I think they're a little bit terrified right now. Your attack roll, that's a 12. That is exactly what you need to hit. Roll damage. 8 points of damage. Yeah, as you see as they run away, you use the glaive to stab directly true, and they fall down dead. No effect. Or no longer living. Alright, that is that. This individual is, honestly, he's gonna try to cut and run and pretty much try to flee. Yeah. They're gonna see if they can at least report back, but...
Did they just pass by here?
Yeah, did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Alright, they're gonna use their action to dash. This one's gonna get over here. So make an attack roll towards this guy.
Yeah, and that was with the spiritual weapon.
This guy's dead. Jesus.
I did not
7.
mean-
You swing forth. However, unless you're trying to do something.
Yeah, I got no inspiration die. Ah, no.
Inspiration.
Alright, that said, you swing, however, it misses and embeds itself into the snow. That said, that is that. The No Witherlings, that is their turn. Anth, you are up in initiative. Arya, you're on deck. What do you got for us, Anth?
I think Anne would just move around here. Just give him another fucking load of that skull speech. To see if he's ready to run again.
Alright, 11 damage. Let's see. Alright. 11 points of damage. He fails the saving throw. Wait, hold on. Is he... Oh no, he's just barely alive. Holy shit. Oh wait, no. It doesn't
he has
matter.
a reaction?
He does have a reaction. Never mind. He's going to... How do you... Well, Groswarl, you used a reaction before, but Mochi, you have a reaction if you want to make an attack of opportunity, I believe. Unless I'm crazy. Did she already use it?
No, I haven't. Not this round.
No, okay. So Mochi, do you want to make an attack of opportunity against this guy?
Of course I do.
You have to make it
What do
reckless,
you
so do it with advantage.
Oh yeah. Oh, oops. Give me a second.
Oh my god. 15. Oh no!
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, all
Okay,
right.
I'll give you 1d4 if you
I
have.
have 1d8.
Okay.
Yeah.
One
Go for it.
6, I think. Is
Go for it.
D6, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Come on, come on.
Hold on.
The bunnies!
5 for a total of 20. Roll for damage as well.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, just roll a d6. I'll do the math afterwards. And how does this sort of yeah, 4 damage. He had 1 HP. You're fine. He had literally 1 HP. I'll tell you this. Let's do a combo sort of thing. So, Anth, how do you want to do this, or how do you want to use the Dissonant Whispers to sort of infest his mind and cause him to flee? And then, Mochi, how do you want to finish him off? So, Anth, what about you?
He has to whisper and he said, "Run, bitch, run!" He
just hears in his voice like your voice, but also just run, bitch, run. And as that happens, you just see as he cuts and turns around like Forrest Gump and sprints off. That said, Mochi, how do you want to kill him?
As he sprints off, I swing my anchor, pulls him back. Get over here! And just slams into him.
Hell yeah!
Fuck yeah!
Let's go!
That said, as it pierces through him, you see as he begins to stop before slumping over the anchor, and he drops down a bloody mess. He is dead. And with that said, the Knoll vampire has been slain. All right, Anth, is that your turn?
I should have done it before, but I was just. I suppose I could just, with those actions, inspire Moses to get it bardic inspiration just in case anything else happens.
Who are you bardically inspiring?
Mochi.
Mochi, you got it. All right. That said, Arya, you receive initiative. You have a choice. You see them fleeing. Do you attack them or to prevent them from getting back to wherever they came from, or do you let them go?
Is that even a question? I'm gonna attack these people. What?
Let's go then.
Let's go.
Cast
okay,
some spells.
All right, let me move up a little bit. Oh wait, I don't think I need to actually. I'm just OP like that. Hold on, let me see real quick. Yeah, they're really close. Okay, let me just target this one, and then let me say goodbye to it real quick. Give me 1 second.
Gotcha.
All right, I'm gonna hit it with the 2nd level Chaos Bolt, bro.
Oh no! Wait, it bounces again! Hey, yo!
No, it doesn't have matching. So close.
No, wait, hold on. I think it bounces again. Wait, let me see and read. What the fuck happened? I'm so confused. I love Chaos Bolt, but what the fuck is this spell? All right, so 2d8 plus 1d6. Oh no, you cast it at 2nd level, so it doesn't bounce. That's why it just does an extra d6. So 16 points of damage as it strikes. How do you want to kill this individual?
Just look at it. Okay, this just sounds so stupid. I literally just look at it, and under my breath, I just say, "Bitch," and I just and then I just kill it.
Oh man! As this happened, he looks over, and you just see a sad face in that skull mask, and it's just like, oh! As he gets blasted
he's trying
back.
to kill my homies. I can't let him go, man.
As that happens, he flies off to the side, and he has fallen. No effect. That's
I imagine.
That is your action. Oh, well, I only say this because you're new and all this. Don't you have Twin Spell?
But you said I couldn't use it, remember?
Oh yeah, with the Chaos Bolt. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because it's that shit.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
I wanted to so badly.
Well,
I'm bitter.
you could always. Well, do you have? No, you don't have Quicken Spell. Never mind.
Wait.
I was using the big brain. No, you got into the other one.
How far can I go, by the way?
How far can you move?
Yeah.
30 feet. Unless you want to use your Eladrin thing.
Of course. Hold on, let me just move 30 feet real quick. Give me 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
do I have to like phase step? Like, I can just do it right myself.
Yeah.
Say I'm doing it. All right, so
well, actually, no. You gotta do it for the production value. That's why you gotta do it. Or here.
I don't know if it'll let me. Hold on. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna press face step. I don't know if it'll do anything.
All right.
Usability. All right.
All right. Right click on wherever you want to go. This shit is hype as fuck. I worked very hard for this.
I just did.
As you begin to see this, you see as Arya begins to slowly manifest in form, or her form begins to change before she vanishes. and you're wondering exactly where she is before she appears right beside the Null Witherling, as it seems to be like, oh shit, as you're right beside
charmed
them.
his ass.
Oh
Don't
shoot,
forget
yeah,
that.
that's right.
Charmed his ass because I'm in autumn. Little B word. Anyway, so now.
Oh
I'm so
man.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm using my last Chaos Bolt. No, my last one. I'm using another one.
Well, hold on,
I'm gonna cast
hold on,
another-
hold on. You got too
No!
much dip on your chip. You got too much dip on your chip. Hold on.
Oh, I can't. I forgot.
yeah. Hold
Wait,
up, hold
okay. Actually, can't I use Word of Radiance because it's a cantrip?
You
can't.
would be able to, but I used your action to cast Chaos Bolt. So let me help you out here real
Dang it.
quick.
I'm sad.
So you got to charm him first. So let's roll for that. Face stat. Wisdom saving throw against your DC. What's your DC? Uses your intelligence modifier, most likely as an Eladrin. Okay, so I'm gonna make a wisdom save. Oh boy, if they fail this, then yeah, that's
I'm so
fucked.
sorry, y'all. I got so excited.
Oh no, he gets a natural 20. He looks over at you and he is unamused by you in the slightest. So, that said, that will fail, or that will succeed, and he will continue moving forward. I think that's your action, that's your movement, that's your...
Yep.
You have a bonus action, but I don't think you can do anything as a bonus action.
I can't.
Nah. Alright, so that is your turn. That said...
Leave.
No vampire's turn. I would say for the sake of it, because we're over time, would you guys like to kill this individual, or would you like to just try to capture him? Choice is yours. I mean,
How angry was Mochi?
Capturing is pretty good.
Mochi wants death, but Mochi wants murder.
so
if
we
that
murdering or
means-
we capturing?
I'm good. Like,
I vote capture.
Me too.
Capture. I hear 3 captures. I hear blood for the blood god. All right. So I think that's majority rules. Okay. So for the sake of time and for the sake of brevity, you guys are able to eventually dispose of this individual, capture him, knocking him unconscious to question him for later. And at that point, you see as the Aurora Borealis in the sky begins to slowly dissipate. And it seems to be that you are victorious for now. What will be in store for all of our individuals next time? And what will this cave lie? Well, we'll have to see in session 12 of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves and had a blast. I am starving, so I want food now.
I haven't had breakfast yet. I just had some lemon cake, man.
You had
Stay
cake.
hydrated. Drink. Eat food.
Oh boy, I'm gonna get going. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and also special shout out and everybody give special thanks to Bang and also Orange Flame for joining in for the campaign for a little bit, and also special shout out to Finn as well for joining in on short notice to play Oleum. So I'll be right back, guys. You guys can, if you want, you can bounce out. I mean, I'm just gonna go talk to chat for 2 seconds and then raid somebody or something. All right, be back.
Bye.
1 second, chat. I gotta close this, and I need to go switch overlays to the chilling screen. Hello, yes, this is the overlay that we use, all of that stuff. Hello, everybody. Thank you for everybody who decided to tune in and watch. My name is SenseiSuplex, if you guys didn't know, and I am a professional dungeon master who basically brings or tries to bring your games to pretty much the next level and make them as enjoyable as possible. I give out actionable tips on how to make your games as good as they can be, as well as I run a giant persistent universe known as Project Aurora. If you want to see any of the sort of tips on how to sort of become a better dungeon master or a better player, go follow me on the YouTubes. We're getting really, really close to the big goal of 400 subs. So yeah, go check it out. It's freaking awesome. Got a lot of content for you guys. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter because that's where we actually answer a lot of your questions on how to become a better DM and a better player. But Project Aurora basically is a giant persistent universe where all the campaigns can affect each other in big or small ways, including this one, as you guys saw before. As well as that, everybody in the universe, everybody in chat, chat, on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. They can all affect the games in real time by giving out inspiration die, by helping with world building, and tons of different stuff. We have the next game, Secrets in the Sands, that's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So be sure to check it out and all that good stuff. That said, that's all I got for announcements and all that stuff. But oh, hey, also, because I'm a professional dungeon master and I do this thing full time, if you want to support me, the best way to do it is by giving or gifting a bit of a subs. Also, a Pure Bullfit, thank you for the sub from earlier. Thank you so much. That is amazing. But if you don't want to sub, then you can always pledge to the Patreon, where we give out homebrew battle maps, or homebrew subclasses like the Bearkin, the Axolotl, and more, as well as homebrew races. I got that confused or mixed up, but you get the idea. All right, let's see if we can raid somebody on Rolling Together. Yep, Roll Together RPG is up, so we're gonna go raid them and go have a great old time. All right, raid channel. Sensei is Kilroy. That's right. Oh man. All right. Thank you guys again for watching. I will see you guys next time. Make sure to join the raid. Make sure to leave a follow. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, Macaw the DM and Chris are talking with one another. Go make sure to say hello to them and tell them they are awesome individuals. All right. Bye, guys.